Hello, 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 hello. Is that my chat? My little guys? Are those my little blockheads coming to visit me? Little old me? Do I finally get to have you guys over for the weekend? Did your fucking deadbeat mother finally drop you off? Listen, it's not my fault I quit my job 4 years ago and she got mad at me and decided that we needed to have some time split up from each other. The point is, for some reason, she won the divorce case, even though I'm the one who's the better parent. How's that motherfucker? What? Her dumbass boyfriend. What's his name? Giga? Man, fuck that guy. Sick and tired of hearing about them. Well, anyways, welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you're having a nice night. Thank you for coming by, and happy Saturday. Chat, today we are going to be relaxing, hitting the fucking beach vibes, hitting the sun, and relaxing inside of my indoor bathtub. I couldn't afford the beach because it's raining outside, so instead, we'll be setting up the bathtub in the middle of the mansion, and we can get some nice summertime vibes in. Get the tan that I've always wanted. Which, you know, now that I'm looking at myself, probably won't work out the way that I wanted to. But the point is, we'll have a great time, and it's going to be nice and relaxing, and we'll enjoy ourselves, and it's going to be a lovely night or day, and I'm finally going to get that tan that I've always been asking for. And I won't have to think at all about my old job or your mother or anything like that. And I'm just going to ignore it and live a happy life with a happy chat. Okay? Today's going to be a relaxing day with no worries, no nothing. All right? We're going to have a good time. We're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to order pizza, you know, and we're going to get nice and comfortable and nothing else. You guys ready? You guys ready for a fun day with Dad? It's gonna be great. We're gonna have a great time. Nothing sad, nothing traumatizing, nothing bad is gonna happen to us. Nobody's gonna interrupt us. That normally happens every Saturday. We're just gonna have a wonderful time. You, me, the bathtub, the bitches on our phones because we're not at an actual beach, and relaxation. Come on, follow me. Let's go. As always, disclaimer for every Twitch stream, whenever I do a Porcelain Parlor, I may not be able to read every single message. Follow alert, sub alert, biddies, raids, donations, merch purchases, and whatever. But thanks for coming by. Let's get into it. Geronimo! Woo! You gotta love finding the bathtub vibes. Chat, where are you guys? You guys aren't even here. Hello? Oh, stop being so scared. No, you're being... It's comfortable. Jump in the water. Do you want to have a good time? Or do you want to just sit outside of the bathtub all day? There you are. See? And dunk. Yeah. You guys eventually have to learn how to swim, and you know the only way that I know how to teach is mama birding this shit. Oh, don't sit at the fucking corner. Oh, whatever. You guys get so scared of everything. One little dunk and suddenly everyone starts freaking out. It's not even that bad. Chat, this is the life. You guys don't understand, man. I used to work at a horrible job. And no, it wasn't Little Caesars for the first time in my life. That was the first one. Now we just get to relax all day, play video games, eat pizza. Is this not the best, guys? And I don't have to think of your bitch of a mother. It's such a nice, relaxing day with no worries. I don't have to think about my ex-wife. We just relax and have a good time. All right, this is perfect. This is perfect. We're just enjoying ourselves, and nothing can interrupt this beautiful time that we're having together. Nothing at all.
Well, well, well. What do we have here? It seems that, Joel, you've been missing work for the past 4 years, as per my last email. We received an anonymous tip from your ex-wife saying that you've been taking company money even though you are clearly out of PTO.
Will you excuse me for a second?
No. Your boss is talking to you?
Okay, I'll just do it right here then. Fuck! Yeah, so, hi, nice to see you. It's been a couple of years. Glad to have you. Welcome to my home.
It's been 4 years, actually, as per my records here. 4 years. Joel?
Well, what's 4 years in the span for, dolls or snakes? That's only like maybe 1 and 1.2.
I feel like that is a long time to not show up for work and take the company money.
No, I showed up. I was in that one. There was a Zoom meeting. I was in a Zoom meeting once. I was there.
What were the topics of the Zoom meeting?
How much I love the company.
That's awfully vague, Joel.
Well, it was an awfully
Everybody
vague
loves
video.
Corpus Snake. What? Okay. What is the new company policy then? Did you receive your slab recently? You know, the slab is love, the slab is life, the slab carries the will of the goddess and shall set you free. Did you receive that lately?
Yeah, the commandments. Yeah, no, I did hear that we were doing a commandment thing. I'm told. Yeah, I got one. It's actually it's in one of the piles of rubble that I have around the house. Really fits in.
Where do you keep it? I assume very nicely, neatly on a desk somewhere.
Yeah.
Where you do all your work for me.
Yeah, chat. You guys moved that somewhere, right? Yeah, they moved it somewhere safe, somewhere nice and pretty.
What I'm trying to say to you, Joel, is here at Corpus Snake, we really, really value our employees, and we're trying to move the needle, so to speak. You know, really, really grab the low-hanging fruit.
I just want to say,
grab it by the throat.
I remember specifically sending in a letter of resignation before I left. I just want to point that out. I don't know if you guys got that or if it was misread somewhere. I'm not even taking that much money from the paid time off for the most part. I was considering that my severance. That's it. I was just, taking my severance and I left.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Joel. Here at Corpus Snake, we don't allow you to leave.
I mean, I walked out I walked out pretty quickly. You guys didn't find me for 4 years. I feel like that was pretty good.
Well, I did find you. I did find you.
Another 4 years ain't so bad. Let's get out of here, chat, quick.
Get back here! Get back here!
I can't. There's an invisible wall that's blocking me from leaving the screen.
That's crazy. It's almost like I'm coiling myself around you and you can't move.
You know, that's also crazy. Insane. How did I not hear you walk into the fucking bathtub?
Snakes are very slippery, especially one like me.
You're like 8'5". What do you mean?
Listen.
I feel like I could hear that. Are you kidding me?
I may be a large woman, but that doesn't mean I can't be stealthy.
I've seen Metal Gear Solid. That man's not stealthy either. I know what it's like to have, large tendencies that alert other people for you. It's just not.
Are you talking about your ass?
I was talking about my ball joints, actually.
Oh, okay. That's fair. You have big balls.
Completely different. Do you not see my shoulders? I'm already exposing myself a little too more than I normally would.
I'm going to have to ask you to cover them up, slut.
What? I'm in my own home. I'm well within my rights.
Listen, here at Corpus Snake, You are a part of the family and a representation no matter where you go.
So what? Am I supposed to shower fully clothed?
You know what? Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea.
What? I don't even own a bathing. This is the only bathing suit I own.
Well, looks like you're gonna have to get another one. Yeah, well, that's terrible.
Yeah, all right, fine. I guess I'll
Wouldn't
swap.
that be nice? Would it be nice if you got another bathing suit?
I have two.
Do you?
Yeah, I just changed it.
Oh, but I mean just another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
No, another one.
Yeah.
No, another one. Like maybe a different color.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay, yeah. I love that look for you.
Thank you. I like to cover up. It's my personal favorite. I normally would never wear such a thing like this, but I was paid to, so normally this is literally the only bikini that I own.
You know what? It looks very nice on you. It accentuates all your wonderful assets.
Thanks. Normally, if I were to go to the beach or anything, I would just wear my full Gothic Lolita maid outfit to the beach and swim with it.
You know what? That tracks for you. That does track for you.
I'm more prudish than people would think. Anyways, I feel like we can talk about this. Okay, we can come to some sort of conclusion, some agreement here. I don't want to work. You want me to work. I want free money. You want a worker. I feel like we can come to some kind of maybe mutual agreement here that's beneficial for both parties.
I think so too. I mean, circling back, right? I think you could probably persuade me with 1,000 unmarked bills, $1,000 worth.
Well, I don't have that, but I have a bunch of ready and willing workers who have never known a day of hard work in their life. Honestly, you could call my chat soft sissy liberals because look at them. Look at their little head. You could instruct them to do basically anything. They are willing to learn how to do any sort of job. Look at them.
So you would say they would be excellent office drones then.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes.
How do you think they taste?
Wooden.
I do like hard wooden things. That's true.
I'm just saying they're very easy to command. You tell them to go grab you a fork and they'll grab you a spoon, but for the most part, they're pretty easy to command.
You know what? I think we might have a deal here.
See, we can circle back to this later. While you're here, why don't you take a relaxing load off? You can just sit back and hang out.
Why don't I let my hair down? Let you relax, let my hair down a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe take off the corporate blazer, right? Like just, take it easy.
You know what? I'll make this even more comfortable. Let me get rid of the tub. Hold on.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, do you ever clean this tub firstly? Because it looks a little bit grody.
It's because it's made out of cardboard. That's why I'm slowly moving it from the side to side there. I actually can't afford a real tub, so I just pretend to be in one most of the time.
That's fair. I mean, it works, right? You still get to bathe.
Yes. I will not comment any further on this, but yes, hopefully. Vex, welcome to Porcelain Parlor Part 2. Amazing opening bit intro. Thank you for coming by.
No, thank you for having me, Joel. It's always a blast to see you and hang out with you.
Yeah. I'm so glad that I was able to grab you for this one. Because the last time you've been on, and this is perfect timing because you're actually, I believe you are sunlighting this, or what is it, moonlighting? You're getting rid of this model soon. This is getting retired.
It is, because my 2.0 debut is actually on Monday. So that's a brand new model. It's got an animated lore video. It's a fucking anime, like a 15-minute anime. And then a music video cover. It's got all new everything. Alerts, chat, backgrounds, everything.
Honestly, I'm impressed. That sounds really fucking cool. I mean, I feel like 2.0s are always it's kind of hard to do, isn't it? Because you have to sunlight almost all of the old assets that you made, and you're making everything brand new. But I assume it's also really refreshing to be able to start with something a little bit more new.
You know what? It kind of is. This like 2.0 debut has been in the works for like over 2 years for me because I was planning it all out, and then the big cancer happened, and I was like, well, everything's got to go on pause because like I don't know how this is gonna go and shake out. So like everything paused, and then when I kind of got the clear and I was in remission, I was like, hey, let's kick this back up because in a way it felt almost like fate because like 2025 is the year of the snake. So like I was like, I feel like the stars aligned a little bit on this to make me, I've been able to do like 2.0 during this year is kind of a big deal.
No, that's perfect. That's good timing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna promote it as such? Are you gonna promote it with the year of the snake in mind, or is it just like a coincidence?
And like it just ended up being that way, but I'm like, you know what, 2025. Let's push the debut to 2025 and let's just do the year of the snake because it just fucking fits. It feels fated at this point, so I might as well just do it.
You're right. It definitely fits. That's sick as fuck. I'm happy that you're able to like kind of mesh everything together. Sorry, I'm trying to get my sunglasses on because I feel bald as shit without them. I don't want to put the hat on because I'm gonna like hit you in the head every time I do this.
You don't want to hit me in the head?
Not with my fucking hat. Look at it. That's gonna be pointy.
What do you want to hit me in the head with then? If you don't want to.
If I were to hit somebody in the head, it would probably be with a hammer.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Where do you think I get all these guys from? I call them blockheads for a reason.
Honestly, they're so cute. Like I got a whole bunch of your fucking merch today in the mail, which kind of felt really like faded too.
Finally, finally.
I was like. I got all like, this is crazy. I'm going on Joel's stream today, and I got all of Joel's merch in the mail. This is awesome.
With the amount of times you talk about fate, I got to open up a tarot card like merch shop at some point too.
You know what? You should just do it. Have you ever thought about getting like tarot card art of yourself? Because I have
tarot card art of myself.
I didn't fucking see it.
In V Royale, I have my rare card, not my SR. I had my friend Dear Bits draw me.
Deer is so awesome.
They drew a set like a tarot card kind of version of myself in my nun outfit, and they've been wanting to make more of them. And I mean, people have drawn me in tarot before for fan art. I always think it's cool as a concept because tarot cards are like very aesthetic, even though I don't believe in any of it. I think it's an aesthetic thing that's really cool.
I think it's really cool too. Like I really love the art of tarot cards. Like I don't know how to read them. I think they're just a fun little thing.
Do you like what is there? Is there an art to read them, or can you just make shit up as you read it?
I don't fucking know. Like I just think it's neat. Like I don't put a ton of weight into that, but like out. I think it's neat.
If I come up to a convention and I just brought tarot cards to you and he's like, "Do you want a reading?" And I just made everything the fuck up. Would you believe it? Would you?
No, there's apparently a knack to like doing psychic stuff where you just make really broad brush statements and then people latch onto it and they give you information and then you feed off of that information.
I feel like you can do that. I feel like I could probably like lie pretty easily for that kind of thing, especially if it's like really vague assumptions that people just kind of work into themselves.
Oh yeah. That's kind of how I've heard that psychics work too, though.
Hold on. Pick a card 1 through 4.
3.
You got Yamato, leader of Wano. So this card means that.
Oh my God! Tell me everything.
You will be having a great year. And you will be able to destroy anything in your path while also fighting against any fate given upon you through means that are not your own.
Oh my God, that tracks so much for me.
Wow.
I'm going to be, eating the sun and all that stuff this year. I could feel it in my bones. That's crazy.
See, I feel like that was a good lie because it's literally just Yamato's storyline from fucking One Piece, and now it fits to you. Wow,
exactly.
I know how to read tarot cards. Holy shit!
You know what you should do? You should go around like on a iPad at a convention and do this for people and record
just
for content.
Fucking lie.
Yeah,
I can do it right now. I can just go call random VTubers that allow me to call them midstream and be like, "Hey, you want a card reading?"
Yeah, you should do it.
I don't even specify which card. I'm just like, "Do you want a card reading?" And then I pull out like a fucking. I pull out like fucking Disney Arcana or Star Wars just to fuck with them.
You should. You know what? I would watch that.
It'd
If
be
you
really
turned into a
stupid.
YouTube video.
No,
but
it
it'd be
probably
funny.
could. It probably could. So why'd you want to be corporate Snake, by the way, for like your last outfit debut?
Okay, well, let's be honest. Office ladies are hot. Firstly,
I'm a big fan of hot pants. I like hot pants.
no, that tracks. And for me, like, I went on hiatus at the end of like July because I finished all my treatment and everything, and my doctor was just like, "You need to take a break. What is the matter with you? Like, you worked through chemo, you streamed through chemo, you streamed through surgery, you fucking like went into radiation and you streamed, and then you had cleanup chemo and you were still streaming. What is the matter with you? You need a break. Like, your body is tired." And I was like, okay, I get it. I should probably take a break. And he's like, don't take like a week break. You need to take like many months off. So I did. I took like about 6 months off, and I was like, what can I do when I come back to my anniversary, which is in December? So I was like, it would be kind of fun if I had like a new outfit and just had like something small to come back to for my anniversary. And I was like, why don't we make like an office
I don't think there's
lady
anything
outfit?
small about your outfit, dude. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Well,
Nothing
I was
about
just like,
it's small. You're like an
it started
8'9"
small.
snake.
The idea started small.
And I feel like every time I see you get a new model, something is getting bigger. And I know that's like the Zentreya meme nowadays, but like I feel like it's actually true with you.
Listen. A lot of people have asked that, like, did they get bigger? This was a different model from my first like 1.0 model, like a different artist and rigger and everything. So I decided to do the office lady as like a fun little thing to come back to streaming with, and then we decided to just roll with the idea of back to business because I had been off for 6 months, and we're like, hey, why don't we just make it like a fun little Corpus Snake office meme thing that I'm coming back after 6 months of not streaming, and this is a fun thing that everybody can kind of latch onto. And that's what happened. And then we did those videos, and you were kind enough to be a part of the video that we did, the orientation video, which was so funny.
My fucking I don't know how I think I worked in divorce into that fucking video somehow. I don't know why.
You did.
I feel like I'm latching onto it more than Chad is nowadays, and it's starting to worry me. Like I'm being brainwashed into believing that it's true.
I saw that apparently you have a love child with Giga.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
I saw that.
They don't look like Giga. I mean, I'll give them that they have similar aspects to me. They don't even look like Giga. I don't even know where that came from. I feel like that was just kind of like a nail in a coffin about the divorce thing.
Well, like, here's the thing. Sometimes when you have children, they look like one parent and not so much the other.
You know what? That's true. I don't look like my dad or my mom, but I look like my grandpa. So I don't know if I was designated to be old from birth, but apparently I guess so.
Well, it is what it is.
Man, you have a mom and dad? Chad, you guys can't respond by saying this every fucking time I bring up anyone's mom or dad. You guys can't keep fucking doing this. Jesus Christ. So you went corporate as a kind of way to show off that you've been, you know, all the work that's been going on and something fun, and that also because you think office ladies are hot. That's the gist of everything that I got here.
Yeah, and like it went over really well. It was fun. It's a new model. It's got a lot of new tracking and a lot of things they could do that the old model just couldn't do. So like I could do the tongue tracking thing like blah 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 blah.
Jesus Christ.
And just little things like that. Like I have the tail and I have legs on this model too.
Oh yeah, you do have legs. You got like fucking fake legs to put on when you're not wearing your tail.
Yeah, so like, because in lore, I have transformation powers, right? So I can be whatever I want to be. So it's like I have legs, I can have a tail, I could be tall.
You just never used them until like recently.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just throw legs on this model because everybody's all like, what do you mean feet? What are you talking about? Step on us. You don't got feet. And I'm like, haha, joke's on you. I have feet now.
Yeah, I would like the idea of your entire chat just being so against feet. That's why they watch a snake VTuber. But I think of that and then I'm like, oh, they're probably into it. Every time I get my hopes up, I always just dash them myself, honestly.
Do you want to hear something funny about feet, though?
What does that mean? What kind of ominous statement does that mean? That's double ominous. What the fuck? Why would I want to hear about a fun feet fact about Zolan?
Well, here's what happened. I'm gonna tell you anyways.
Okay, well.
So I posted at one point I posted kind of a sexy lingerie kind of picky of me on Twitter, but Zolan's feet are in the background of this picture, and he's just wearing like really fun socks. And all the comments about this picture are about Zolan's feet. They're like, Vex, you're pretty and all, but have you seen his feet? And all the comments are talking about Zolan's feet.
That's what happens when you marry an alpha dominant male like Zolan. That's just what happens. You get people talking about him.
Big alpha male energy there.
When you marry somebody that's an alpha male like Zolan, it's just what you gotta expect coming from the marriage.
Everybody wants to see them grippers, you know. I tell them, you know, hey, you could sell feet pics. I'm sure people would buy them.
Don't even sell feet pics. Sell like your I have funny socks pictures, and somebody's gonna probably buy that.
He took a bunch of pictures of his socks that are like got bananas on them and like fishing rods because he's got fun socks, and he put them on the other website for funsies, and I'm pretty sure somebody bought some of them.
Zolan. You slut.
Yeah, cover up your toes.
For fucking money? Come on now. Dude, for the love of the game, brother.
He did it once. He wore a cowkini on that other website for charity.
What?
So there's pictures of him in a really flimsy cowkini.
I'm telling this to the boys during DILF Night, Zolan.
You can see everything.
Jesus Christ. You know, I used to be the fun socks person, then I kind of swapped off of it after I realized that people would actually stare at my fucking socks whenever I had shoes that weren't long enough. So now it made me self-conscious, and now I only get socks that specifically fit and designate themselves. Can you guys not, in the middle of my fucking stream, you're covering her up. Get out of here. Thank you for the purchase, but shoot. Jesus Christ. Well, I stopped getting the fun socks after I became after I got older, and I was like, I want the fucking girly socks. Not girly in design, but when I was a kid, I got made fun of for wearing those really thick fuzzy socks.
Why? They're warm.
I don't know.
They're
Kids
comfy.
are fucking idiots.
Actually, yeah, that's true.
I wore them once, and they were like, Joel's wearing women's socks because he wants to wear something comfortable. So I just call them girl socks now as an adult, but I buy those all the time. I buy the really thick fucking socks, and I wear them even during like the summer just because they're comfortable.
That's fair though. I am a big fan of like fun socks, like with all the different patterns and designs on them.
They're just
like,
never that good though. Like the fun socks are never that comfortable, and they don't last that long.
Do you get socks that have like the grippers on the bottom, like the little like pads sometimes?
Oh God, no. I would
Do you
never.
get those?
No.
Why? Why not?
I would never wear that.
Why?
It's
What's
not
wrong
for
with
me.
them?
It's the same reason I don't want to wear cat ears on my model. I'm good.
What's wrong with cat ears?
I'm not going to go around yawing at everything, okay?
Why not? What if somebody paid you an absurd amount of money and they said, hey, Joel, can you nyah for like a whole stream, and then they paid you like a lot of money?
No, we're crossing into the line of how much money is it, Joel?
Yeah.
How much money is that fucking porcelain pussy, big boy? How much do you want for? Like, we're going into a weird line, and I'm not going to start throwing out numbers.
Would you ever do it for like a subathon reward?
No, my subathon rewards are normally like, they're like other streams. I don't normally do subathon rewards that are like, I'll do this thing. I'll say this thing. It's normally like if you get this, I'll do a specific type of stream. Like I do sock puppet streams sometimes. Going back to socks.
So what you're saying is you're a coward.
Yeah, sure. You can say that. I'm a bit of a prude. I've said this before. I'm a bit of a prude.
Oh, Joel, you clutch your pearls when you see this kind of content.
I do clutch my pearls. I clutch my entire eyeballs so I don't have to see them. No, we do have a bunny suit incoming, though, unfortunately. That is a thing that's happening.
Yes! Let's go. When's that happening?
I don't know. I'm getting a 2.0 model, so maybe afterwards.
Double
trouble
to see
here.
cute little bunny Joel.
They've already seen
Can
it.
we make
People
up a little...
draw that all the fucking time.
Yeah, but we get to see it move around, and you get to pilot it. That's different.
Ugh.
Maybe, ugh.
Do you know how hard it was for me to even make a fucking bikini model? I was like, I do not want a bikini model, and they had to pay for it. They had to get a subathon for it, and even then, I still think it wasn't enough because the subathon was like under how much money I spent on the fucking bikini. So even then, I feel like I have the short straw of this because now I have to use it.
What is it that does it just makes you uncomfortable showing your ball joints and stuff like that?
No, it's not even that bad. Like, I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me that much. But there's this thing with me where I don't want to be like showing my skin too hard on my model because my OC isn't like it's the doll OC, right? I'm piloting it and everything like that. But I'm not trying to like fucking run around like almost naked. I'm just a prudish person by nature. I'm
That's
also
fair,
like a
that's
never nude person too. So like I just don't like that kind of thing.
I'm like the complete opposite of you.
Most people are. Most fucking VTubers will stream naked. So like whatever. It's just me, and that's fine.
No, that's okay, and that's valid. You like what you like, right?
Dude, I'm like the only prude VTuber. All the motherfuckers are like, yeah, I stream without pants on. I just don't even wear pants. It's so freeing. It's so liberating.
I stream in pajamas sometimes.
That's
I mean,
fine.
like,
I just feel dirty when I'm wearing pajamas. Like, I need to wear pajamas when I'm about to go to bed or when I'm waking up in the morning.
are you like one of those people that are very like clean, like everything needs to be spotless, and like you have like certain places for everything?
Yes
like,
and no.
type?
Some things get dirty, some things are clean. Like my desk area, I try to make like very clean. Like the rooms that I live in most of the time are very clean, but some places will be like dirtier. Like sometimes the floor has a lot of because I have a wood floor in my kitchen. Sometimes that'll get a little bit dirty. Sometimes the living room gets dirty, you know, stuff like that. Laundry room. But anytime that I'm in a room all the time, like if I spend a lot of time in a room, I make sure that's clean.
That's fair. It's healthy too.
Yes. I also just can't do anything if I'm like, I cannot be in a work mentality if I'm wearing like pajamas.
You just want to like be like lazy and play games, and
It's something to keep my scheduling, I suppose, because I'll wear like my nice clothing as a way to like be like I'm in lock-in mode. I'm locked in for the day.
You're locked in at the office, so to speak.
Kind of like
right?
a uniform. Yeah, it just keeps me on track.
Honestly, it's healthier to be that way, like for mental health too, because like you're getting up, you're following a routine every day. It's like if you were working a regular 9-to-5 job in a way.
It gives me
Like
energy.
like I find like even like during COVID and stuff like that, when everybody was working from home, like Zolan was working at the time at like an office job, so like he would get up. But he would also play games and do work in the same space. So in order to like break that habit, they told him to go for a walk in the morning. Like that was his morning commute. Like he would go for a walk around the block or two and then come back and then go to work. And then when he was done work, he would leave the house and go for a walk and then come back home.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say Zolan would put on like nice clothes for work, and I was like, that's not true. Zolan would never wear anything besides like khakis and a fucking t-shirt or something.
Dude, I've tried. Okay, okay, listen.
Not the fucking bash on Zolan together. Jesus Christ.
Dude, okay, we went out to the mall last week because we're going to Coefficient's wedding, right? So I'm like, you cannot just wear a fucking t-shirt and pants to this wedding. So
Chad, if you don't know, Zolan is Vex's husband, and Zolan is also one of our homies that comes on to Dilf Nights. And to explain Zolan, imagine like one of the aliens trying to blend in as humans in Lilo and Stitch. You know, like the fucking one that made Stitch that would try to blend in all the time, but he would be like woefully out of. That's Zolan.
He wears like band shirts and like pants. That's all he'll ever wear. Or he'll wear like I bought him an Iron Maiden like almost like jacket thing for Christmas, and like he'll wear that. Like he'll wear shit like that, and I'm like, you saw him at that party at TwitchCon, right?
Yeah.
Like, I've tried so hard, Joel. I'm like, do I have to like do a stream, like a real life stream, and then have like Joel on the call and just be like, wear this, don't wear this, because you don't fucking listen to me, sir. We've been together for 13 years. You don't fucking listen to me at all. Like,
I'm gonna start a male like fashion service just to get people, because so many people ask me, so many guys ask me like what clothes to wear. Like Bricky has done it now, Zolan has done it now, my Nikita has done it. So many fucking men are like, Joel, what should I wear? And it's like, guys, it's not that hard. I'm not even wearing anything that complicated. I just tucked in a button up and put a belt on. like it's really it. It's really it. Fucking, you're married to Jumba from Lilo and Stitch. That's who it is. You're married to like
Joel,
a skinnier Jumba.
I've tried so hard. I'm like, dude, can you just like, I don't know, put on a button-down shirt and like, you know, tuck in and just like, you know, like, I don't know, brush your hair, like comb your beard, like do something. Like,
Zon, literally just tuck your shirt into your pants and then put a belt on.
Honestly, he's such dad energy though. Like, he's such dad energy. Like, he will wear socks with sandals. Like, he doesn't care. He's at this point in his life where he's like, I have a wife, I have kids, I'm just showing up now.
That's so funny.
Like,
I love the people that have the mentality that's like, I'm already married, so what do I need to work for? It's like, because you want to look good. You want to look good for the couple. You guys both want to look good.
It was funny because, like, I remember you complimented my outfit at the party, and then you go, so long. Like, you just total tone shift. Like,
oh yes, I love the outfit, Zolan. nice to see you. Hope you're having a nice night. Thanks for coming by.
That made me laugh so much. Because I was like, I tried, dude. Like,
I'll do it to people. I'll do it to people sometimes. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just like, subtle nudge, like, tuck that in, slut. Tuck it in.
I'm getting so roasted today. You might as well call me Cole.
Listen, I just think that men should put a little bit more effort into looking good, because a lot of men. And this isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But a lot of men do not. And they don't know where to start because it's not an avenue
fair, though.
that a lot of them have learned. Or people see fashion and they're like, that's not masculine. I can't be unmasculine because men fucking... It's a perpetuating cycle where men make other men feel horrible for doing anything that's like conceived unmanly. It's never women. It's never women putting men down. It's always men putting other men down. But like literally, if you just, you know, you can get some nice clothes in, you can get some a nice haircut, and that's really all men need is just get a nice haircut, get nice clothes, and wash your face, and that's like 99% of the battle to look good. So many more men would be. Everyone's like, wow, women are always so good looking. The prettiest women will always be prettier than the. Wait, what's the saying? The prettiest man will never be as pretty as a woman, and the reasoning is because men don't put as much effort into looking good. So if we just get men to look better, if they just put more effort in, like the massive populace that are men would probably be like way more attractive to people.
It's true. I mean, like for me, if I know I need to be somewhere, like say I have to be somewhere at like 1 o'clock, I'll start getting ready probably at about 10:30, 11. So I can like shower, I can do my hair, do my makeup, and all stuff.
But like baby steps.
But you know what I mean, though. Like, and then Zolan will look at the clock and he'll be like, we'll get there eventually. Your mother's just getting ready." Like, he's just sitting on the couch.
I mean, there's also hair and there's also like makeup. I don't expect men to wear makeup or do anything with their hair too much. But you know, at least looking good with the clothing, at least.
Do you like doing stuff with your hair, like adding like product to your hair or anything like that?
No, not at all. I just always carry around like 3 different brushes and combs. I literally got caught at a party once brushing my hair. I was like, I'll do it in fucking public. I don't give a shit. I'll go up to a mirror that I see in public and like be vain as shit and just fix my hair. I don't care.
That's fair.
I had fucking Yuzu walk up to me in the middle of a party and be like, "Are you looks maxing right now?" And I'm like, yes I am.
I listen. I'll do that too, though. If I'm like walking by somewhere and I'm like, oh, my hair's a little bit fucked up, I'll just go and I'll like fix it or something, and then
Yeah,
like.
but normally most people when they get caught get shy about it. I'll do it. I'll get a little shy, and they'll be like, I'm gonna keep doing this anyways.
Well, that's me too, because like I feel like as I gotten older, I've started to not really give a shit about stuff. Like it's like I'm almost 40. It's like okay, I don't care anymore. This is how I am. Right?
It just
like,
feels good to look good.
It does though. I feel like you get a lot of confidence by looking good, and that like changes your whole demeanor. Like especially like if you're single, I think confidence goes a long way. Like you don't have to be the best looking person in the world, but if you just like strut in there and you're confident and you're speaking and how you talk to people, for me that's pretty attractive.
I've intimidated a couple of people just because I'll walk up wearing nice clothing. They literally, I had somebody get intimidated just because I wore nice clothing. They thought I was like a fucking. They thought I was gonna be really mean to them just because I walked in my back. Literally, their exact words: "You stood up straight and you had nice clothes on. I thought you were a part of the mob or something like that." I thought you were like I thought you were gonna like beat somebody up.
No, but like you do dress really nicely. Very sharp dresser.
It's not even that. It's not even like I'm not like walking. Chat, just so anyone's confused. I'm not walking around wearing suits. I just like I wear what I own in a clean way. Yeah. I just I'm wearing clean. I'm not wearing nobody. I'm not saying everyone else is wearing dirty clothes, but I just like tuck in my clothing and I try to make it fit.
You're very color coordinated too. Like.
Oh, I just like
it all
brown.
matches and it goes very well. Like with
I just
whatever
like wearing
you're
my
wearing.
shit suits. I just wear brown all the time in case I get fucking. I eat some cheese randomly
you shit
and get
yourself,
my
right?
yeah. In case I eat cheese and fucking my stomach starts to kill myself or something like that. Just out of nowhere.
Are you lactose?
I'm lactose intolerant and gluten intolerant.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, not intolerant. It just my stomach doesn't like it that much. I'm not like you know like Project Melody who fucking gets like pain from eating like anything with gluten in it. I just don't. My stomach doesn't like it very much. Varisha, thank you for the raid, by the way, and Hiatus, thank you for the raid, and Koadata, thank you for the raid, guys. Welcome on in. We're hanging out with Vex today.
Yeah, we're just shooting the shit.
I was found by my former boss, and now I am slowly trying to distract her so she forgets why she originally came here.
Oh.
Hey,
you just,
so you like
said
Warhammer.
that full chest, right? Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, continue. Change the subject. Go on.
So you like sci-fi, and I know that you've been.
I like dark fantasy too, like gothic fantasy, romance, all that stuff. Like, if I don't get a hit of that, I'm like, I feel like I'm a crackheaded for that. I'm just like, if dark fantasy, anything that's like vampires, supernatural, like
stuff like that. Anytime I think of like Star Trek or Warhammer, I think of you for the most part. And I know Split Fiction came out recently, and I don't know if you've played it yet, but actually
I have not. I have it though.
Well, Split Fiction, this isn't a spoiler, is about two authors, one that writes sci-fi and one that writes fantasy. And while I was going through the game, they don't really bring up the divide between fantasy and sci-fi too much. I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, what's the biggest difference between the two? Because you like to read both of them. I like to read one of them and play video games that are sci-fi for the most part. And it's like, I feel like there should be more of an overlap between sci-fi and fantasy because they're both kind of fantastical in a way.
They are.
Do you have a
and
preference?
I think for me, I think I like the medieval kind of fantasy stuff like that. Because for the sci-fi fantasy stuff, I feel like we could eventually get to those places. So, like, maybe not anytime soon, but maybe in the far future, we could do all the things that we could.
We can get to the fancy places too. I can just revert back to medieval ages. We can start taking away rights from the people.
Yeah.
Just give it
we can
only
do that
to
too.
fucking the kings. Anyone want to be a serf? Raise your hand, chat.
Joel.
Taking in serfs. I need you guys to work the land and then work and live in a small hut.
Oh no.
Pretty fucking bad. I'll take one night. I'll take one serf. I'll take I'll take one, like, you know, somebody, preferably somebody with a bad back to be my advisor and whisper things in my ear saying, "They want your throne, my lord."
Then you've
They're
come to the
coming for
right
your
place.
throne, my lord.
Because I do have a bad back, and I'm
Wow.
older, and I could be like, "Yes, me lord, they're coming for your throne."
Do not trust them, my lord.
And I could be the snake in your ear, like.
Wow. Can we call you Wormwood?
Is that my new nickname now?
Wormwood. You could get a worm model as like an April Fool's joke at some point.
I could. People have called me like noodle
Big worm.
or danger noodle or one long toe.
I don't like that. I don't like that one. We're bringing it back to feet. I don't like it. Not a fan.
Giant thigh.
I don't like that either.
I have somebody that I think they're Korean or Japanese that come into my chat, and they call me Big Tail, and it's so cute.
Big
They're like,
tail.
it's like, "I love you, Big Tail." I'm like, "Oh, that's so cute."
That is really cute. I remember I had a Chinese fan base, and they would call me Doll Sister. Even though I'm a man, they would just call me Doll Sister.
Oh, that's adorable though.
It is kind of cute. I like Big Tail more though, because it sounds like fucking something from The Land Before Time. Littlefoot,
Exactly.
Big Tail.
I used to watch the shit out of that movie when I was young. Like, had a repeat.
Yeah, I did. Did I? I think I watched a couple of them. I thought it was pretty good. I don't like dinosaurs when they're like really anthropomorphized though.
Really?
They need to look cool. They need to look really cool. I've been watching a lot of different things. I don't really watch shows anymore, actually. I watch a lot of things from fucking YouTube Shorts.
The only thing that I'm really like watch now are like, you know, vampire stuff or like really bad.
What do you mean vampire stuff? Why?
Or like bad reality TV.
That's not
like...
a part of the fucking. That's not a. Where's that a part of your aesthetic? What do you mean vampires?
I love gothic stuff. I really love dark stuff. Like, I love Monster Girls, sure. Like, I absolutely adore them. But like when it comes to like dark gothic stuff, like I have 4 books in this vampire series called like Filthy Rich Vampire. I bought all 4 of them, and I'm on the 3rd one already. Like,
that's just generational wealth.
It's just it's erotica though. It's like erotica with vampires. And it just like itches that itch that I have every so often for like
that sounds like romance. A junk food itch. I don't know.
No.
Vampire erotica? I feel like we have a lot of that, don't we?
I mean, we do. But like, I am an adult. I like to read my porn like a fucking lady, and, you know, instead of watch it.
Yes, because the way you get porn is what differentiates somebody from being mature and being immature.
Yes, quite so. I read my porn like a fucking lady.
I look at my porn on my PSP, my PlayStation Portable. I use the Wi-Fi hotspot in my McDonald's parking lot to load it up, and then I walk home with it.
I sachet while I walk.
I steal my neighbor's Wi-Fi to look up porn of anime breasts on my PSP.
Why would I pay for it when they could pay for it for me?
Fucking stupid. Very goon, very demure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been mainly watching just random shit because I don't know. I don't really watch TV. But I'll watch like whatever fucking show clips appear on my YouTube Shorts. I've watched all of the Orville, which I was trying to get to with Star Trek, but I kind of got off track by myself, not you. And I was wondering,
are you a big Star Trek fan though?
No, I've never seen Star Trek at all, but I really like the Orville from watching that. And I've been really enjoying that. So I was like, oh, I wonder how close this is to Star Trek, because every comment section that I see of it is like, this is what Star Trek needs to be. We got to return to the form.
No, that tracks, because like the Orville, I started watching bits and pieces of it, but I never fully. Not the YouTube Shorts, but like
Okay.
back when it like had just came out. Like I watched a little bit of it, but like, you know, time and life and everything, I never really got into it fully. But I watched a lot of Star Trek though. And I could definitely tell where they're coming from in that way, because like the old Star Trek, you have like, you know, TNG, and they're very episodic, and there was humor, and they had fun episodes, and it was a lot of like character growth over time and stuff like that. But like a lot of the new Star Trek is very like actiony and very like in your face, and it's not really episodic so much anymore. Like I could turn on an episode of DS9 and get a whole episode of it.
I thought Star
And then
Trek
be
was
like,
supposed to
okay.
be more like political and nuanced.
You know what? Like a lot of the old Star Trek stuff, yeah, definitely. And then like the newer stuff, I'm very much like, yeah, it's good, but like I really enjoyed DS9. Like that was my favorite, I think, out of all the Star Treks, because there was so much character development over time. And like you got to know a lot of different characters, and you became really invested in those characters and their relationships with other people on the star, you know, the star, like the DS9, the big star station or
Oh,
whatever.
you're gonna
they're
say
on,
Star
right?
Destroyer.
Yeah, the big Star Destroyer.
Well,
No.
isn't that what the Star Trek is about? It's mainly about like characters and like relationships between people, basically. Because it's like, from what I know, from somebody who's never seen Star Trek in their life, isn't Star Trek about like relationships between like very different people and how to like mend them or work together in social situations?
Yeah, and there's usually like an overarching story. Like DS9 had the like overarching storylines, but it was a lot of, you know, how people relate to other people, how relationships develop over time, and how characters grow over time and stuff like that. Like that was
Do they
what I
have
really
that
liked
in
about
your
DS9.
vampire smut? Is that also in your
No.
vampire smut that you read?
No, that tickles a different kind of itch for me.
Okay. I don't want character growth in my vampire smut.
How dare
Once a
characters
slut,
grow.
always a slut.
Yeah, give me that vampire venom.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. So, now, why is Star Trek now just going action? Is it just like how Hollywood
like I watched
ruins everything?
Yeah,
Or-
it's like a lot. Like okay, I watched Discovery. Right, I wasn't a big fan of Discovery because I felt like it was very actiony movie like, and it wasn't very much let me learn about the characters and their interactions. Like the characters were there and they interact, but it didn't feel authentic and deep.
Yeah.
I guess.
They don't have
It
the
felt-
500 cigarettes bit from the Orville.
Yeah.
Just not realistic enough, honestly.
It just didn't. I don't know. The new Star Trek doesn't really do much for me in the way that, because I'm a big RPer. Like I will text-based roleplay. I've text-based roleplayed for over 20 years, and I've written like characters and
Now
me
you
and Zolan have
voice-based
written, like-
roleplay.
yeah, no, I'm a tuber, right?
Yeah.
But so like that, like I'm a writer. I've been a writer for a long time with Zolan. We've created like Dungeons and Dragons modules and stuff like that together, and like this is what we like to do. And when I see it's just very like actiony, in your face, hack and slash all the time, it doesn't feel fun to me. It doesn't feel like it doesn't grab me like the way a story or characters would,
Yeah.
right? And that's what I feel like a lot of the new Star Trek, especially Discovery, didn't really grab me the way that the old Star Trek did.
If somebody wanted to get into Star Trek, let's say somebody with white hair made out of porcelain and is pseudo father to 250,000 people, how would they or he get into Star Trek? What would he watch?
I would say start with the Next Generation,
And
because
which
that one was pretty.
has that really cool old actor whose name I forgot, but he's
Patrick
normally
Stewart?
friends with, Ian McKellen. Yeah, that one.
Patrick Stewart, that's Next Generation. That's he plays Captain Picard. So I will say that the Next Generation starts a bit slow, but trust me, it gets better.
How long is it?
It's pretty long. I don't remember how many seasons exactly, but like I remember watching it at least an episode or two every night was on. We would just like lay in bed and watch an episode.
7 seasons. What is this, old school anime? What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of seasons.
That's
in, like,
longer than
the old Star Trek.
Naruto.
But it's a good watch.
Do they have like? Do they have the fucking swing cutscenes? Do they have those?
There's a lot of good stuff. You will like it. Patrick Stewart is an amazing actor, and you could there's just a lot of good stuff in Next Generation. Like I said though, it starts slow. Like, so you're gonna have to you'll have to slog through a season or two. But like,
hold on, let me look this up on YouTube real quick. I'm gonna see if there's YouTube shorts of it.
You can't watch the YouTube don't be Gen Z, okay? Watch it, absorb it for what it is.
Let me just check if they have the entire show via YouTube Shorts real quick.
Don't do it, Joel. You're ruining it for yourself.
Give me Star Trek: The Next Generation Shorts.
Don't, Joel. Don't. You're ruining it for yourself.
Here we go.
There are 4 lights, chat. There are 4 lights.
161 YouTube Shorts to watch through. 320, all playlists.
Joel, don't do it.
This isn't Gen Z, Vex. This is actually fucking millennial. Because if you remember, we would watch anime on fucking YouTube at 360p. Except now people are doing it, you know, part 1, part 2, part 3. Now they're just doing it via YouTube Shorts, so it's not that
in like
different.
15 to 20 seconds, Joel.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that
It's
to the next generation. No, it's not.
It's not even that
Joel.
wrong. It legitimately is the same thing that people used to do, where they would watch like anime in 16 parts on YouTube in 360p from some random uploader. Except this time they're doing it from bots that are uploading it at fucking 4K that are only 30 seconds long each.
But you're missing the point of it, Joel. It's the experience. It's the journey.
I'm getting Captain Picard fucking liquidated and shot into me like I'm in a fucking like I'm in a nurse's office.
You have to. Captain Picard is probably one of my favorite captains out of Star Trek.
I liked the robot. Data?
You like the robot?
Was his name Data?
Yeah.
I saw shorts of that guy.
Data's really cool. You'll like Data, Next Generation.
You know what? That's what originally got me into some Star Trek info, because I saw YouTube YouTube Shorts.
You're always back to the YouTube Shorts.
I saw
right?
YouTube Shorts of Data. Maybe I should just upload Star Trek clips on YouTube Shorts.
You know what's gonna happen, Joel? When you're old and gray, and let's say you have a bajillion little children, you're like, back in my day on the YouTube Shorts.
Vex, I do that fucking now. I'm in my mid-20s and I do that shit now. It's not something I can escape. I do it. I'm doing it from a fucking early age. When I'm older, I'm gonna be dead.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you Gen Z or are you millennial?
I'm Gen Z.
Okay, you're Gen Z.
I'm on the
right?
later, or the early, and what was it? I'm the older Gen Z.
Okay, I have a question for you. I saw something today, and I need your opinion on it. Have you heard of the term called sticky eye?
No.
Okay, apparently this is a Gen Z term where you go to a bar and you lock eyes with somebody you're interested in. Like, you just look at them and you keep looking at them until they catch you looking at them, and then you turn away and pretend to be shy, like, oh no, I got caught by you staring at me.
This sounds like fake.
It's apparently a term. It's called sticky eye. And I'm sitting here going, we've been doing this for how many years?
I don't
like,
think
it's literally just called looking at somebody and trying to get their attention.
Yeah, so this is one of those things that might be one of those normie things. So sometimes someone will be like, let me put, like, Idgeball. Like, I didn't believe Idgeball was a real thing. I thought Idgeball was some fake, stupid loser shit that somebody made up, and that Sayu and my friend Ray just started fucking, like, randomly getting into. Apparently, it's not. Apparently, it is a term that some normies use, right? Some normies on fucking that don't use the internet use. So maybe this is a term. I don't know. I don't have brain rot. I mean, I do, but I don't have the brain rot where I know every fucking meme and shitty term that Gen Zers use. Also,
The only way
I'm the
that
worst
I
for this,
learn-
by the way, because I don't even know memes. Like, I don't even fucking know any
I
of this
don't.
shit.
I don't fucking know memes either.
See,
like,
you say
the
that,
only
but
way
I feel like if you reference something, I'm gonna not know what it is.
that's very flattering.
Like
firstly.
a TikTok or
But,
like a video or anything like that. Somebody will do
the
that.
only
and I
way
don't know.
I get my terminology is because I have a teenager. That's the only way that I get these Gen Z terms.
Wait, your
Otherwise,
what are your kids? I thought you guys had fucking like toddlers. What the fuck?
I have a kid in high school, Joel.
What?
Yes,
What?
I have a kid in high school. My daughter's in high school.
I never even
she'll
thought
come
about
home
that.
and she'll be like, Mom, your hair's looking kind of chopped. I'm like, what the fuck does chopped mean? What does
Dude.
that even mean?
Anyone who says they have kids, I always assume their kids are like toddlers. I don't know why.
What?
That's fucking insane. I don't know. In my head, I just assume everyone's kids are toddlers because I'm like, there's no way that they've been a parent for that long. That's crazy.
Joel, I told you, like, I'm 38. I'm gonna be 39 this year.
Dude, you say that.
have a kid-
I know 38-year-olds that have never had sex. Like, it's like, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, what the fuck? That's why I assume everyone's kids are like toddlers.
Well, here's the thing, Joel. Here's what I like to say. I am a MILF. I'm a certified MILF because I've had sex at least twice because I have 2 kids. So I've got that going for me.
At least 2 times.
At least 2 times.
At least twice.
Which is more than a lot of VTubers, I'll have you know.
Vex points at her man wearing the fucking short shorts and socks with sandals and is like, that's him.
That's
That's
him.
him.
Out of all the people in all the world.
I had a kid with that one.
That's what I picked.
That one right there, that guy. The one with the yes, the one with the socks and sandals.
And the fanny pack, yeah. That's putting together the barbecue, yeah, that's him.
That's him. I don't know. I always assume that I don't know, because nowadays I don't think 30. Old to me is like 55, maybe 60. So whenever somebody is like 30 or in their 30s, I'm like, I don't even think about them having the possibility like, oh, they could be a parent of somebody like who's in fucking high school right now. And that's insane to me, right? Because like Nags is like a little younger than you and he's Nags, and then you have a kid in high school and it's like, what? Not to throw Nags under the bus or anything like that, but like,
Well, Nags better be at working,
you're
I guess.
38,
I mean, jeez.
he's 36. What the fuck?
Well, some people got Riz and some people don't. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not even that.
Like-
It's just the difference in lives is so different to think about, right? Because like somebody who's 21 versus somebody who's like 25, and then they could have completely different lifestyles where
yeah,
they'll have
100%.
accomplished like a shit ton of things, and then the other person will just be having a good time, you know? And it's like, whoa, holy shit. It's weird to think about.
No.
And it's not a bad thing. It's just like, wow. I saw another day, a few days ago, I was watching a YouTuber and they said they were 21, and I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, you know what actually tilts me really badly?
Really talented
When
young people? I know. We gotta fucking
Yeah, I know,
start
it's
killing
crazy.
them.
Exactly.
Call the populace.
No, but what really bugs me is when people are like in their young 20s and they're like 25 and shit and they call themselves hags.
Oh my
I'm
god,
sitting here
VTubers.
I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
I
Like,
fucking
are you
hate
really? Yeah, like,
VTubers.
I'm like, are you serious, bro?
Are you silly?
Talk to me when talk to me when you have a mortgage. Talk to me when you're taking Tylenol every day. Talk to me when you're like setting up your retirement fund. Holy fuck!
It does
Talking about
piss me off.
hags, like-
It does piss me because they'll call themselves hags. I'm like, do you even know what a hag is? They don't even know. They don't know shit about it. I wanted to bring this up to you. What do you designate as a MILF? What is the term MILF or DILF designated as for you? Is it
I think
like
it's-
they have to have a mortgage?
No, I don't think so. I think like if you're like, I'd say probably anywhere between like, you know, at least over 30.
So you say
At
that,
least.
but like, if it's an age thing, I don't think that counts because I know people. Because Haruka's over 30. I wouldn't call Haruka a MILF. You know what I mean?
No, I think it's a personality thing too. Maybe. You
Yeah.
know, like if you are more of a motherly type vibe to you.
MILF
Because
dilf.
a lot of people like when they meet me, they say you're very calm. Like you're a very calming presence, and you make me feel safe. And I'm like,
I
well,
don't
that's
know.
very
I've seen your
flattering.
React videos. I've seen some of the fucking TikToks that you have of yourself.
Dude, that's like
You got a
I feel
screech
like
of
there's-
terror, Vex.
I do. I admit that. I laugh like a dolphin too. So I mean, like, so like I feel like, you know, there's a certain aura. Like I usually end up if I'm going to a con. Admittedly, I tend to be the mom where a lot of younger VTubers will drink a whole lot. Like they'll drink a whole lot. They don't know their limit. And then I'm just kind of eyeballing and making sure that one, they're getting home okay. Two, they're not like throwing up and falling apart in a bathroom somewhere. And I'm like, okay, let's get up. Let's get you some water. Like I always find that I'm very much like, where's so-and-so?
You're not helping
Okay,
me
they're
out
over
here. You're
there.
making me sound like a dad because I do the same thing. I'm just a sober person. You're making me. I'm starting to get the fucking. I'm getting the bad rep here. I'm gonna start sounding older the more you talk about this. Your
No, but I feel
definition
like
is leading up to me describing me, and it's terrifying.
it's literally what you don't want to be a MILF, Joel? Is
I
that
wanna
it?
be MILF or DILF. I want to be young and hip.
You're still young though, and that's why it gets me mad
And
because these
hip.
people that are in their 20s that are like saying they're hags. I'm like,
And hip.
do you want to trade? Yeah, exactly.
And hip.
You're hip.
Say it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're so hip.
Go
Joel.
ahead with your conversation. Sorry, I needed to hear that one.
you needed to be validated by mom. Is that what
I
happened?
needed the validation of being called young and hip. I have to live with chat that calls me old all the fucking time, even though they're older than me.
Chat. Just tell him that he's young and hip. Say dad is young and hip. Just make him
Call me
smile.
dad. I am young and hip. I'm young. I have so much left to live. I have so many years left to live. Like 5, and then I'll probably die. Not from old
No.
age, just from like fucking lifestyle.
Do you think that chat will throw you into a heart attack? Is that it? Like so much stress?
Look at them. Do they look like they have any fucking brain cells to understand when they do something wrong?
So what kind of a parenting style do you use with chat?
Carrot and stick, but mostly the stick.
That explains so much. You jingle the keys once in a while? Is that what you do?
To be fair, if they are just like start crying, I feel bad. We have emotes for them, and they use the emotes that activate my empathy a little too much. Fucking gets me. Like, look, that's so cute. Oh my god.
That's you know what?
Their
You know what
stupid
that is?
little emotes are so cute. What?
You know what that is? That's
Cuteness
manipulation.
aggression. Oh yes. My chat's full of fucking manipulators. They do manipulate me all the fucking time.
That's what kids do, Joel. That's what they do. They give you the sad eyes. They don't get their way, and then they expect you to cave.
And they do a
Trust
little
me.
fucking they throw a temper tantrum, and they're like, me. Like, shut up, chat.
Oh my God, mom and dad is so mean. I hate this here. I
They
hate living here.
do that. They literally, every time I say anything to them, they're like, you're so mean. You hate us. Stop being mean, little bastards.
Listen, my children sometimes call me the evil queen when they're mad at me. So I get it.
The evil queen. I don't like this.
Yeah.
These are fucking full-grown adults manipulating me. You are all adults. They come into the chat.
Are they though?
Yes, all of my chat are adults. They'll come into chat. This is 18 plus stream. They have to be. They come into my chat and they're like, I want to be a toddler today. And they go into my chat and they act like a fucking little bastard that I have to take care of.
Do
And
they
that's
come
how
up
they
to you and they
relax.
go, Dad, I threw up.
Yes,
Dad, I threw up in my cage. Dad, I threw up.
they do say, Dad, I threw up all the time.
Did you clean the cage for them though?
No.
Well, that explains a lot right there. That's why they're being little
They have
brats
to clean
you.
it up themselves.
So you made this fucking mess. You clean it up.
You fucking did it. You clean it up. I always find it very funny as an interaction between two different people is that I'm obviously not a father. I'm young. And my chat comes in the stream. Most of them are either my age or older. And they're like, I just kind of enjoy being a little shit in other people's chats. It's fun. It's fun. Because they get a chance to be like a little gremlin. And it's always so funny to try to explain that to an outside source that doesn't know streaming or anything. So I have to explain it to them, like, you know when somebody's like a mom friend in the group, that's kind of like how I feel. Like, they basically treat me like that, but they take it up a notch where they're like, I fucking flew up. Can I get some food?
Can I get some chicken nuggies?
Yeah, basically. So it's always funny to try to I don't know, essentialize it and explain it to somebody that doesn't watch streaming.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. Like, I remember when I told my grandma that I was a VTuber, and she didn't understand. Obviously, my grandma's like in her 80s. So like she had no idea. And then I had to show her. I had to explain it like, okay, this is like a puppet show, but on the computer. So she was like, oh, that's actually really cool. I really like this. And I'm like, yeah, see it. I was like showing my model and this is how it moves and stuff. And she's like, wow, your model's got big boobs.
That you know what? Old people always, the first thing they mention is fat fucking titties. I swear to God. My mom also said the same thing about anyone. My dad, I had a Dad Rates VTubers video recently. And like in the video, he would, every time I had to avoid showing him certain models because certain models had fucking big assets. So I wouldn't show him the ones with big assets that were
like
too out.
Like me? You didn't show me?
I did not show yours because the PNG you provided had some big assets on it. And I didn't want to hear my dad talking about it. So I avoided it. The main reason I did not show, if you were if you were one of the VTubers that sent me a PNG and you didn't get shown, it was probably because your boobs were out and I did not want to hear my dad talking about it.
You coward.
Like, I already had to deal with my dad talking about like different people's boobs in the video, and I was like, no, shut up. I don't want to fucking hear it, Dad. Shut the fuck up.
I hate to break this to you, Joel, that your father had sex to make you.
It's okay. He had sex once. He never had it ever again.
Okay, that's your headcanon, right?
That's my headcanon. My parents don't get bitches. My mom's tried. She's been single ever since she's only been in like, I don't want to fucking out my mom, but my parents were divorced from a young age. As soon as I was like born, they were already divorced. My mom has had many boyfriends, never a steady relationship. My dad, many girlfriends, they are bitchless. My parents do not get bitches.
So you're saying your mom is single?
Yes. Please, go ahead. I don't give a shit. She needs a fucking hobby. She stays inside all day and complains that she's bored. And she doesn't play video games. She doesn't do any art. That motherfucker needs a hobby. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fair. I find like after my dad retired, he does this thing where like he gets bored and then he starts bothering the people around.
Yes. Old people, the number one problem in the world is old people that don't have a fucking hobby because they'll just fuck up shit for other people.
That's what happened with my dad. He would constantly, like when I was living with him when I was younger and stuff, like he would bug and he would pester and bug and I'd be like, can you just like, I don't know, go do something that's like not here? Like and then he figured out that he could do woodworking and I was like, oh, thank God. Like you have something to do now.
Like, so many old people spend their whole life working and then they don't have a hobby. My dad and my mom don't have hobbies because they spent their life working. And I talked to them about it and they're like, I don't got a fucking hobby. I don't have a hobby. My mom especially, she'll just watch YouTube or TikTok. She doesn't have anything else to do. My dad, my dad sometimes does art, but like very rarely. He just focuses on working. My mom is the worst purveyor of this. So I'm like, man, maybe if she did get in a relationship, at least she wouldn't be fucking bored all the time.
Do you think that like does she like to read or anything like that? Like if you introduced her like, hey, look at this book series, this book.
I tried. She doesn't like reading. My mom also, she has like reading glasses. She doesn't like reading books. My dad and my mom, for some reason, fucking hate reading. Even though I love reading.
No.
I love books. My mom and my dad are like, I don't like it. Well, I think it's also because the English isn't their first language for both of my parents. So both of my parents probably don't want to read. But I've never seen them read a book in their original language either. So I'm like, what the fuck, guys? You just don't like reading in general. Don't use language as a fucking excuse. You don't even read any other books. Oh,
boy. So, like, have you ever tried to say, hey, Mom, why don't you, I don't know, knit or like do like hobbies like that you
My
could just
mom
like sit
said
maybe watch
knitting
TV
is
or
for
like.
old women. My mom is 55. And not even. I think my mom's
But you
mom
can
is
make
60.
you can make some nice stuff, like just
She doesn't want to.
knitting. No.
They're very stubborn. The most I've gone is my mom
Oh,
and dad played Candy Crush for a bit. My dad still plays Candy Crush. That's it.
That's like my dad.
That's the most
Dude,
that they've ever done, dude. My dad is a little bit more interested in hobbies. Like he enjoys doing art and like renovating his house with like woodworking and stuff like that. Mom, nothing. She don't do shit. I don't know what the fuck she does all day besides like I think she literally just sits down on the bed and scrolls TikTok or watches like YouTube food videos.
Oh no. You know whose dad's really fucking cool though?
Who?
Zolan's dad. He has like a geek room. He's got like minis. He's got like he's a dungeon master. He's got like all the D&D books. Like he's like a full-fledged geek room.
I always
And,
get
like,
jealous of that shit, man. I feel like geeks are really good parents.
Oh my god, yes. They are. Like honestly, this is how okay, so when Zolan's parents would babysit our kids when they were younger, how we got like my daughter to be better at math, Zolan's dad would play D&D with her and like roll dice and get her to add like
Really?
get her
That's
to add like, you know,
cute.
modifiers and everything like that. So like, yeah, and got her to do better with descriptive language and like what's your character doing right now? So like that's kind of like
Sorry, that was a long period of silence. I thought you were gonna continue.
that was
What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ!
I was like, wow, he must hate this fucking story.
No, I was like, why isn't she saying anything? Because you said he would get her to like be more descriptive with her sentences. I thought you were gonna give an example. You didn't. So
No.
it was just like a minute of silence. What the fuck? I didn't want to interrupt you.
No. But like that's how we got like, cause our daughter is on the spectrum, so like she really kind of struggled with descriptive language for a long time. So we used like Dungeons and Dragons to get her to describe things better. Like, okay, what is your character doing? What do they look like? Who are they talking to? And like, what kind of things are you're trying to barter with this salesman who's trying to sell you a sword, and he's saying that, you know, he's selling it for like 25 gold pieces. And what do you say? Like, you know, it's kind of that back and forth, getting her to use language better and in a safe place that where she's not gonna get made fun of or anything.
Yeah. That's really, see, that's one of the things I was saying. I really think geeks, nerdy people are good parents. And the reasoning I have for that is that to be empathetic, you have to consume content that shows different perspectives than your own. So when you read a lot of books, you read a lot of fancy, sci-fi, whatever, fiction novels, anything like that. You watch a lot of shows, TV, movies, you play a lot of video games. All of them provide different perspectives than your own. And I feel like that's what causes people to have a lot more empathy. So when you have more empathy, I feel like you're a better parent because you can understand other people better and you can understand your own child better. That's why I think geeks and nerdy people are so much better at parents. And also, you don't have to worry about when you're older, like your dad's not gonna have a hobby because they're gonna be fucking playing video games and shit like that.
That's literally what happens now, because like my son is 7 and he'll be like, Mom, can I use your phone? I'm like, I need to call Grandpa because I want to play Medieval Dynasty with Grandpa.
Aw,
So
that's
like
cute.
So like he'll like call up Zolan's dad and he'll be like, you want to play Medieval Dynasty? And he'll be like, absolutely. So then they get on Discord together and then they end up playing video games together on Steam.
That's so cute. I really like that.
It is so cute.
Yeah, anime. I mean, any show really. It's just that when you watch a TV show or you watch other things, it gives you perspective on other viewpoints, and that's what causes empathy. Because that's how you empathize with somebody. You see it from their perspective. That's literally what empathy is. We need more of that.
Like the world needs. Yeah, exactly. The world definitely needs more fucking empathy right now, more than ever.
We need more motherfuckers looking from other perspectives for a lot of different things. I would appreciate that immensely. God,
I mean,
it's so interesting hearing this from an actual parent.
Well, like my background is in psychology, right? Like, so I got my honors degree in psychology, and I was all set to go into
I thought your
like
background is in
developmental.
sun eating.
Well, that too, but that came a little bit later.
Oh. Wait, who came?
Who came first, the chicken or the egg, right?
Okay, go ahead.
But so when I got my background in psychology and I got my degree and everything, like I was all set to go into developmental psychology, which was like, because I did my thesis on COVID and the effects of COVID raising children on the spectrum, and whether or not they're, how the supports went during that time period.
Because everyone's inside, right?
Yeah, because everyone's inside, and how that affected child development. So I ended up like presenting my thesis at like an international conference in front of a whole bunch of like really prominent doctors and stuff like that. And like I was ready, I was all set to go into psychology and help children with developmental cognitive issues and things like that. And then like I was going to use like Dungeons and Dragons as teaching tools and all that stuff. And then VTubing happened. So
what?
like and then VTubing happened.
I thought this was during VTubing. You did this before, and then you were like, fucking VTuber.
You know what happened was like I got into VTubing and I was just finishing up my honors degree, and I accidentally flashed my VTuber model to one of my professors.
No, with the fucking big boobs and everything.
Snake woman and everything during my thesis presentation.
No.
And he says to me, Joel, he goes, "Who's that character?" And I'm like, "That's nobody." I was like, "That's nobody. That's just an anime character. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." I was like scrambling to like open up my presentation.
Oh my god, that's so fucking awkward. That's so fucking funny. Oh my god.
I straight up lied to this man because I was so embarrassed.
Yeah,
and I don't know.
That's that's from Star Trek.
Yeah, definitely, right?
Don't worry about
boy.
it. Don't worry about it.
That's the new Fulgrim model. Don't worry about it. Click. That was so embarrassing, Joel. Like I did my presentation and I did say nothing afterwards.
So did you? This was the presentation in front of all the other doctors, or this is a separate presentation?
This was the presentation before I had to present to the doctor, so I just showed it to my professor. So like in front of all your peers and stuff.
The main presentation?
Oh yeah, I did it. I did the international conference one. I did that one, and I was shitting my pants the whole time.
How did it go?
I actually did really, really well. And they asked me a bunch of stuff because they have to make sure that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I did really well. And then like at the time I was just like, VTubing on the side for funsies. And then it started to steamroll. And I applied to like the master's programs, and I applied to like different doctorate programs too. And for me, it was like, okay, if I get into a master's or doctorate program, that's awesome.
You were juggling this with VTubing?
Yeah, and kids.
Well, you also had Zolan to help, right, with the kids?
Well, Zolan is a kid, so that's technically 3 kids.
Ooh. Dude, you are defend yourself, brother. You are getting demolished by 2 people today. He's just watching the stream and taking it. Say something, brother. Fuck.
He likes, he likes it though. He likes it a little bit rough. It's fine.
I assume so. If
he's fine.
Don't
worry about it. He's fine. It's funny because like when you're with somebody for a long time, I actually had this conversation with like Faith, Coefficient's significant other.
Yeah.
And she was telling me stuff about like Co, and I was like, oh man, that's too bad. And she's like, he's fine. And I'm like, I felt that in my soul.
Don't worry about it. He's all right. Don't think about him too much. He's all good.
No, but like I related with that so much because like I'll say stuff about Zola and be like, oh my god, I'm sorry to hear. Like, no, he's fine.
Don't apologize to Zolan. He can take it. He's fine. He can handle it. It's not a big deal. He can handle it. It's okay.
Like, listen, we've been through so much shit together in 13 years together that, like, us, like, ribbing each other a little bit, like, it's not a big deal. But,
I'll rib him. We rib him in fucking anytime we have a DILF night, too. So I'm sure he's fine.
He's fine.
If he cries, he's crying to you, so it's fine. It's not.
He's gonna cry.
Not our problem.
You know what's gonna happen? He'll cry. He'll be like, "Oh, this is so bad," and then he'll just put his face right in my snitties, and he'll be like, "This is so terrible."
Vex, the boys were bullying me today during DILF night.
That is okay. Listen, whenever you guys are like, "Come and get him," I'm like, "Absolutely not." This is like my one night that you guys babysit him for me.
Zolan, so you sound like a fucking menace. Like, where's the support here?
He is a menace. Are you kidding me? Have you seen him on my streams? He is like, he like bothers the ever-loving shit out of me.
No, I haven't, because you stream when I'm fucking asleep.
Oh, that's right. You're an absolute degen, and you wake up at fucking stupid o'clock in the afternoon.
I never get to fucking see Vexoria streams or Buff Pup streams or anyone fucking, because all of you motherfuckers stream really early in the morning for me.
Why don't you go to bed at like a normal sleeping hour, Joel?
It's a little late now, don't you think? It's fucking... I stream 10 hours a day, and I fucking end my stream at like 3 a.m. when I get my food. Speaking of which, I gotta order.
What are you gonna get?
I'm getting pizza today.
Oh, is that like a little special thing, or is that just like?
I've been watching Italian videos of this guy named Dave Portnoy who reviews pizza, and it's been making me more and more craving pizza. I had pizza on Thursday. I want to order pizza again. I keep wanting to eat pizza. I don't know how to get rid of the craving. I feel like a pregnant woman, except I've never been pregnant in my life, and I'm a man.
No MPreg then? No?
I can make men pregnant. I just choose not to.
That's a skill, you know.
Yeah, I could impregnate a man, Chad. I just choose not to. Like, I could make a male pregnant. I just, you know, I am gracious enough to say no. The world's not ready for MPreg.
You know what? Okay. If somebody said to you, Joel, I'll give you
what to make
X
a man
amount of dollars.
Watch what you're saying here. This is the same conversation as earlier, where it's like, what's your price point, PorcelainMaid?
Hey, Joel, what's your price point,
You're literally
buddy?
looking at me, and you're like, hey, Toots, what do you got, huh? How much is it? How much for a night, huh?
How much you want for it, Joel?
What are you looking? Hey, you're looking good today, Toots. I like what the fuck?
How much does it cost to whip it out, Joel?
Let's see those memories, huh? They're like, Jesus Christ. There's something about old men and how they all fucking sound the same, and that's just insane. So, how much do you know about snakes, by the way? Because I wanted to ask you, actually, because I don't think I asked you the first time why you were a snake, or why you chose to be a snake.
So, do you want to know why I chose? Yeah.
No, that's why I'm asking the question. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know? Okay. Well,
yes, I want to know. That's why I'm asking the question. Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. This is gonna be shocking to you. I enjoy Monster Girl. That's crazy. I know. That's wild.
Yeah.
So,
but there's plenty of monster girls out there. I mean, I'm technically a monster girl, male.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of others out there too.
Well, like, you have the Monster Girl encyclopedia, don't you?
Oh, don't remind me about that fucking garbage book, that piece of shit.
So, I have both of them, right? And I love Monster Girls. And I was, I have it, so I read through it. And I'm like,
I'm sorry that you had to read through it.
Well, listen, I like sexy monster women. I'm bisexual or bisexual.
No, I mean, listen. Before we continue, just to interrupt real quick, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Why don't you like it?
I don't like it because when I look up monster girls, the first thing that comes up is this fucking perverted, like, only about sex monster girl thing, when I think a monster girl encyclopedia should first off come up safe for work. That way more people are inclined to learn about how cool monster girl designs are and monster girls in general, and the idea of creating fancy cultures and subcultures based around like just basically an anthropomorphic person. I think that's cool. I would like that. I want to hear more about, you know, fancy cultures and cool character designs. I don't want the first thing come up to be porn, because then everyone's first instinct when they hear Monster Girl is, oh, it's a fetish thing. Oh, it's a kink thing. No, it does. Yes,
not.
it is, but it could be both.
It can be both.
That's my only problem with it. I just want the Monster Girl encyclopedia to be a safe for work thing. That way people can enjoy it. My main hatred for it is that the book is called the fucking encyclopedia when it's just a porn novel. Like, I want it to have, I want a safe for work version to be called encyclopedia, and then the porn one to be like Monster Girl fuck book, you know? Like, I don't care.
The book of erotic monster girls or some shit like that.
Yeah,
right?
like, that's my only problem. But yeah, go ahead.
So, like, I had that. I was reading it, and I do like the idea of Lamias. I think Lamias is pretty sexy, and I like the Apophis especially. I think that it had a cool design. I was like, okay, that's kind of neat. And then at the time, I was getting into VTubing, and I was like, you know what I haven't seen yet? I haven't seen a lot. Everybody's like an anime girl, or like a cat girl, or like fox girl, or something like that. So I was like, you know what? I cannot be a cutesy uwu girl. My voice profile just does not suit that. It just doesn't.
You don't have to be a cat girl. I actually don't want cat girls.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? My voice sounds more mature. It sounds like I want it to be a more mature VTuber.
She's a woman.
I want it to be a woman. I want it to be a MILF, obviously, right? Because I'm a mom. I'm mommy coded. I have a deeper sounding voice, and
Vex's
I'm like,
chat, I apologize. Mommy and daddy are banned in my chat. You will get automodded. Go ahead.
So yeah, like I wanted to do a Lamia because I thought they were different, and like nobody that I had seen was a Lamia, and I was like, okay, let's make the design based off the Apophis. Like, let's take some elements from that and make me into something that's not been done yet. So that's kind of where I went with that. And then me and Zolan and my assistant Jay, we all kind of we made lore together because we're all players. Let's write all this lore.
And you're all our peers.
Yeah, we're all our peers. So we wrote this really awesome lore. And like at the time when I started, we didn't have a lot of money. Like VTubing for me was a hobby, and like Zolan, like if you want to VTube and you like streaming, you know what? How about I just get you a model for like Christmas, and that will be your Christmas. And I was like, sure, okay, that sounds fine with me.
What a fucking cool Christmas present. Shit, I would want a model for a Christmas present. Are you kidding me?
Right? That was kind of like okay, this is a hobby. Like I was going to school, and he was like, why don't we'll just get the model? That'll be your Christmas gift, and you know, you can stream with it when you feel like it, and it'll be a hobby thing, and it's fun, and that's what you want to be a monster girl. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And then, you know, we designed Vexoria. We had her lore. You know, we didn't have a lot of money. You kind of went the
snake route because you wanted to be mature, and you wanted to do a monster girl specifically. So uniqueness, mature, and monster girl as the base for it, kind of. Yeah,
and like to me, snakes are kind of sexy too. And the idea of like coiling around somebody is like it's kind of like the dommy kind of thing. It's like I get to I kind of have that personality. I'm a bit more dommy in some ways. So I'm like, yeah, I could step on people, but also, what if I just wrapped myself around some? Because I'm sure there's degens out there that like the bondage thing.
I'm already looking at some of the people in my chat. The women in my chat are losing their mind.
Listen, I'm bisexual, okay?
I actually surprisingly have a lot of lesbians that watch me.
You know what, though? That's awesome. Like, I have a lot of couples that watch me, too. Because I'm married, right? And I made that no secret.
It's because you have a fucking healthy relationship with Zolan.
Right? A lot of people are like, goals, goals, goals. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's very nice to hear. And it's very flattering to hear. I'm like, we're also just people. Like I don't mince any meats. Like we still fight sometimes. Like that's just a part of a relationship.
Nah, mince Zolan.
Mince them all up, just eat them.
Mince
That's what
him
he wants,
into meat.
though. That's what he wants. You can't give him what he wants.
Sicko. You're giving me
No,
more
but, like,
fuel to make fun of him next time we hang out.
You know, but that's, you know what? He'll give it right back, too. I hope you know that.
Nah.
Like, I'm not worried.
I can just mute him. If he starts talking back, I just hit the mute button. He doesn't stream it, so it's fine. I can just mute.
No, you know what though? He does want to get back into streaming, and I think the biggest thing for him is I think he wants to do more like real life streaming stuff. Like he wants to build like Animal Crossing Legos. I hate Animal Crossing, but he wants to build Animal Crossing Legos.
Wait, they have Legos for Animal Crossing?
They do, like whole full-fledged Lego sets. I bought them for him because he wanted them. I got them for Valentine's.
I don't know. He was into Animal Crossing.
He loves Animal Crossing. I fucking hate Animal Crossing.
I also hate Animal Crossing. Yeah.
He's like, let's go on an island. Let's just do an island together. I'm like, no, let's not. You can have your island. And I tried it. It just wasn't
Did you also
me.
try the fucking Switch one? Because that's the one I tried.
Yep, I did.
During COVID, I tried it out.
I couldn't do it.
It was just too... It was nice. It was fun for a bit. I don't know. It felt really tedious after a while.
I couldn't after a while because it felt
Which
like
is so weird because I like grindy games like Borderlands, and then I play Animal Crossing. I'm like, I can't do the grind.
You know what though? Like, I can't play it on my own. Like sometimes if my son will be like, "Hey, you want to play Animal Crossing?" and then I'm just like, oh, I can't say no, right? It's like because he wants to play a game with you, and it's
You should
and then
play
he'll
Doom
write you
while he
letters.
plays Animal Crossing.
Well, here's the thing. He was learning to, at the time, he was learning to spell and write letters. He would write letters to Zolan every night. Like he would write like, and he'd be like, "I love you, Dad. You're the best." But like there'd be like
That's so
spelling
cute.
errors, right? The funniest letter that. This is super funny. He was learning to spell, and at the time, Zolan had made supper, and he didn't really like it, and he didn't really eat it, and he got really sad, and then he threw a temper tantrum, and put it like we said, "Hey, you got to go to your room. You can't be that. It's not appropriate." So he went to his room, and then he played Animal Crossing, and he wrote Zolan an apology letter in Animal Crossing, but he spelt, cook wrong. He spelled it C-O-C-K.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Cooking.
Yes. And it was the funniest letter. Because it was like "I love you so much, Dad. You're the best cook," but it's like "you're the best other bird." And I'm like, try not to laugh. It's like I know exactly what he was trying to say.
I learned most of my writing from those fucking... I remember my mom got me books that she used to read to me. And they were books that like where you pressed a button and it would read out loud the word. So whenever she was busy, I would just hit the word and I would learn how to like read via reading books with the little button that would read the page for me. It wasn't Leapfrog. It was some cheap knockoff, but it was fun.
That's one of the best ways you can learn to read. Like I had a parent-teacher interview actually a couple days ago for my son. And his teacher was saying that like he's in grade 2. So at the middle of the point of grade 2 right now, you should be reading at 72 words per minute at 96% accurate. So I was like, okay, so where's he at? She's like, oh, he's at 129 words per minute at 99% accurate.
That's your gamer son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, what do you do with him? And I'm like, we read.
We play video games.
We play video games that encourage reading. Like he actually has to read to figure out what's going on.
It's almost like education is better when it's via something that interests the person.
Right?
Wow.
It's I was like explaining, I'm like, he plays video games that encourage him to read, and if he doesn't understand a word, he'll ask how to say it or we'll get him to try to sound it out, right? So he's learning while doing something he wants to do. And she's like, I don't understand, like, video games are not bad. The teacher's like, the video games are not bad. I don't understand why more parents don't allow video games but encourage reading, like, within the... And I'm like, I don't know either, because, like, he's obviously doing really well.
Yeah, my nephews read books a lot. And they constantly have me or anyone else in the family read them books. But they're not allowed to, like, play video games. They I mean, they're only like, they're toddlers, right? They're only like 4 years old at max. But I feel like if you just have like certain video games, like, I don't know, like Leapfrog or whatever the fuck those old video games were, I feel like that'll help a lot. I don't know, it's crazy that we don't do that more often. It's just so much better to help teach people,
right? Like, and my son's vocabulary is like worlds higher than anybody in the class.
Dude, that was my fucking, that was my, go ahead, sorry, what's his reading level?
Like, he's like at a grade 3-4 reading level, and like he's in grade 2. Like,
dude,
it's like,
that was the thing I bragged about all the time when I was a kid. I would be like in fucking middle school and be like, I'm at a 7th grade reading level. What are you at, idiot? And I would be like, yeah, that's my fucking that's my go-to flex. I love saying that. I was at a fucking 9th grade reading level when I was in 6th grade. So, back the fuck off. Like, yeah. It's like the best fucking flex when you're a kid is being like, I read faster than you, idiot.
It's like, I've insulted you in a way you don't even understand.
You can't even get it because you're illiterate, moron. L loser.
No, but like, we had this full conversation about video games and like literacy and stuff like that. It's like, video games are not bad. It's just like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons are not bad. It's like you can learn skills from these games. And a lot of parents are like, no, it is terrible. I'm like, it's not. You just need to do it in moderation.
And you have to, like, teach these yeah, you have to specify what games they're playing. You're not like letting a kid play Doki Doki Literature Club, you know? You're letting them play like I don't know, Leapfrog or fucking cool math games or Oregon Trail or something like that. Hangman. Well, maybe not Hangman, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I mean, Hangman definitely was a game that I played as a kid, but I didn't really think too heavy about the name of it. Jesus Christ.
No, it makes sense, though. And I think, like, it's everything in, like, moderation, right? It's, you know, like, I don't want my kid to play. You know what? He probably would love that. Like, we actually had him playing, like, a lot of math games with, like, he could probably do, the teacher was telling us, like, he could do multiplication now and division, even though, because she's like, I give him math and he's done in, like, and he gets 100%. And I'm like, then give him harder work, please. Like, challenge him so he's not sitting there and just, like, causing problems, because that's what he'll do. He'll yap. He'll yap and distract other people. So give him other things to do. Give him books. Give him stuff he wants to do.
Oh God, I remember school being so weird for me. I had a weird school, right? So I was diagnosed with ADD as a kid, and they immediately assumed, because my school was full of dumbasses, they were like, oh, you have ADD? Oh, that means you must need special ed. So they immediately put me in it without even testing me or anything. They were like, even though you have good grades, you probably need special ed because of ADD, because they didn't understand what it was. So I was in special ed for exactly 1 year. And then they were like, wait, why are you here? You don't need this. But in the year that I was in special ed, the entire time I was like perfectly just like kind of vibing. I was just like, you know, I was studying on my own basically because special ed didn't do anything. So the special education in my school was just like, hey, do you want to play a board game all day? Basically, their job was to placate kids that were in special ed and not teach them anything, which is so fucking weird to me. Because it was just like, you should play this game. Here, play this board game. And don't yell or scream. And if
You're not teaching them life skills at that point.
They weren't. They didn't teach me anything. And the 1 year that I was in there, I found out how they fucking taught people, right? And I remember at one point they told me to shake one of the other kids' hands, and he was like a kid that picked his nose a lot, and I didn't want to, right? Because that's gross. Picked his ear or something. And when I said no, they put me in a timeout zone, and it was just a fucking brick room painted full white, no windows, and a locked door. So they put me in there, and they would do this to special ed kids. They would put them in the room for 1 hour, and they would just lock them in there, and they would the kids would cry and scream in there in this brick room with no chair in it. It's just solitary confinement.
Yeah,
and I was in there for an hour, and I was like, "What the fuck? Isn't this like?" I didn't think about it as a kid either.
Like illegal?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, as a kid, I thought it was normal, so I didn't even think about it. I was just like, "Oh man, I have to go to the fucking the quiet room." I think is what they called it.
That's
the quiet
not a quiet room. That's a fucking jail cell.
They put me in the quiet room for 1 hour or something for not wanting to give a handshake to the kid. So I didn't think about this until I think recently last year, and I told Chad about it, and I was like, "Oh, is that weird?" And I told my parents about it, and they were like, "What the fuck? Why didn't you say that to us like when you were a kid?" And I was like, "I don't know. I thought it was normal as a kid." It's just one of those things where you have to you really got to communicate with your child, and I feel like if you want to teach a kid anything, you need to treat them you don't have to treat them as an adult, but you should treat them as a human being. And I feel like if you don't treat them as a human being, you don't treat them as something to placate, they'll grow to be really smart.
Oh yeah, okay, here's an example, right? My daughter is 90s student, 90s, high 80s student, right? In high school.
No, she's older than I thought. 90s? Jesus Christ.
She gets really high grades. So I can see all of her grades online through this app, right? So when she ever does a test or whatever, I can just go and take a peek and be like, so usually, she does really well. However, she did kind of not good on this math quiz. I was it was a failing grade. So I was
so you kicked her out of the house for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, I blew a gasket. No,
yeah.
It was one of those things where I saw and I was just like, what happened here? Was something going on that I didn't know about? So there's some parents that will be like, what the fuck? Why did you fail this fucking my dad was really vocal. Younger.
Really?
He would just be he was really what's the matter with you? Why did you he was very civil about academics. He was yelled and everything. So me growing up, I knew that if I ever had kids, I would not be that way because it gave me terrible anxiety. Terrible. So when I saw this happen with my own daughter, I basically pulled her aside. I said, "Hey, so I saw your grade on your math quiz today. I realized it's not that great." And she's like, "Yeah, I know. What happened? Did you just not understand? Because it's okay if you don't understand. Because there's been plenty of times in my life where I just didn't understand, and that's okay." So she was just telling me yeah, he went too fast, and I didn't get what he was telling me to do. I'm like, okay, so how are we gonna fix this? Can you rewrite this, or do you just take the grade and move on? She told me that he's letting everybody rewrite this quiz because everybody did bad. I'm like, okay, so how are we preparing for this? What are we doing? Are we studying more? Are we doing questions on our old test? She's like, well, I took my old quiz and then I started redoing all the questions on my old test and I got them all right this time, and I showed him how I did it and I talked to him about it and how to do it properly, and he gave me some extra work to do and I got those all right. I'm like, well, there you go. That's all you can do at the end of the day. So now you're prepared for the next test. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna study some more too. I'm like, okay, and then we'll see where it goes. And then she did the test again and she got 98, and I'm like,
that's a good mentality to have. I mean, when I was younger, obviously, I said this before, my mom wasn't really there because she had to work a lot. So I basically kind of grew up alone because my sibling also was 5 years older than me. So it was a very wide margin between us. We would never be in school at the same time, ever. So I basically, for the most part, grew up on the internet. Unfortunately, do not let your children grow up on the internet. I wish I was not.
Don't do that.
But while I did, I kind of, after a while, I used to get scared and anxious about bad grades or anything like that. For the most part, I coasted because just by doing the bare minimum, I would get 90s to 80s in school. I don't know if my school was just lazy or if I just was able to absorb information well. But I never did extra work. I never did more than necessary. I would always get like an 80 to 90 and I'd be fine. But whenever I did get a bad grade on something, after a while, I learned that I didn't give a shit. And the reason I didn't give a shit was, oh, none of this matters, which sounds really sad. But when I was in school, genuinely, if I got a bad grade on something like homework or anything, in my head, I was like, this doesn't matter because I'm still alive. I'm not dead. Therefore, why do I give a shit? And I think that kind of helped me get through a lot of school. Like, I never worried about, you know, like SATs or exams or anything like that. Just because I was like, if I get a bad grade, I'm not going to be fucking executed. Like, nobody's going to put a gun to my head and be like, get a better grade. Like, it didn't mean that I was going to die or like I was out of options or anything like that. So I never worried too much, and I just kind of went with that. And after I learned how to do that, after I learned that getting a bad grade wasn't the end of the world, I kind of just was fine. Like, school didn't really matter to me as much anymore, and I would just get like decent grades. I would do my homework. As literally, I think this pissed off my teachers. Every time they handed out homework, I would just do it immediately, like in the class while they were teaching. They would be like giving the lecture, and I'd be like, I'd just be ignoring them and finishing my homework, and then I would get like a good grade. And I would just be like, all right, I'm good. That's it. I learned your homework was just teaching what you were teaching in class, so I don't have to listen to you. I'm just going to do the homework that you gave me instead.
Like, I find that, like, for our parenting approach, it's very much like,
maybe
let's
don't
have a
say that,
conversation
oh, this isn't the end of the world, or like this is nothing.
Yeah.
But
say
do
like,
your
hey,
best.
this is what I say to so my daughter in high school, she says, hey, maybe I want to do content creation when I'm older. Okay. And I'm like, okay, that's what you want to do. Great.
Don't do that right away.
However,
please, I beg of you.
I said to her, okay, if this is what you want to do, you have to be 18. You have to be of age to do this, because you're not doing content creation when you're young. Absolutely. So I said to her, this is what you're gonna do. If you want to do content creation when you're old, obviously you're gonna be an adult, and I can't stop you. But I will strongly say to you, go and get a college education and do things to help supplement that if you want to do it. Like, go get a business degree. Go go do art if that's what you want to do. Or, like, get into acting if you want to do VTubing.
A business degree
like
probably is the most versatile thing there.
Yeah, and that's what I was telling her. Like, do something that you like to do and that will help supplement you doing content creation, whether that's marketing, whether that's finances, do things that you're going to have the paper no matter what at the end of it all. So, like, you can do content creation on the side if it doesn't pop off for you, and you'll still be able to go get a regular job. So you can do both. And if it pops off for you, great. That's awesome. But you still have the paper to fall back on.
I think I say that to a lot of people. My mom had the same idea where she was like, you should go to college either way. Even though my college was a scam. But, like, for the most part, when I was doing it, I also had the same kind of thought process of, oh, at least I'll have this piece of shit paper that for some reason jobs really fucking believe in. So maybe that'll help. And then nowadays I learned, oh, wait, no, I don't think it helps. I don't actually think it helps. It's like entryway. Like, oh, yeah, I got my piece of paper from college that says I'm qualified. Oh, but I still need the work. I'm going to get too into fucking America. I'm going to get pissed off. I'm pissing myself off thinking about it. But, yeah, no, I think parenting is... I'm obviously not a parent. I'm just a pretend fucking parent on the internet. But I always find it really interesting to hear how other people parent kids and how, like, the parenting process changes between generations as people learn from their older. And how sometimes it recycles back to how other people did. I really find it interesting, though, at the base level of, like, a nerdy person's version of parenting. Because I always feel like it's a little bit... I don't want to be biased, but I think it's better. I think it's better parenting whenever somebody who's nerdy is a parent. And I feel like this proves it.
I just feel like, I don't know, like you said, have more empathy. You understand maybe how the world is a lot better. You're more open to more worldviews and how different things work. And then you figure out what's best for your family at the end of the day. and like you want to at the core of things, I ask my kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my son will say, I want to be happy. And I'm like, that's the best answer that you can say, because like, you could decide you want to be an engineer or whatever, because that's his big thing now. I want to be an engineer. I'm like, okay, you know what, that's awesome.
I want to be happy is such a raw answer.
Yeah,
what do you want to be when you grow up? Happy.
Yeah, but like
yard
it's like
stare. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But like it's like that's all I ever want for them, right? Is that they're going to do something that makes them happy and that gives them joy, and they find a passion.
What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be the sun. What does that mean? The son that Vex eats. This is a whole tangent. I'll be real with you. I asked you about the Lamia thing. I was going to go on a tangent how much you know about snakes, and we went on a tangent about education. I completely forgot how we got here.
So, like, I don't have a pet snake or anything.
Yeah, wait, do you know anything about snakes, or was it really just kind of like the maturity and the design of a Lamia?
I don't know too much about snakes, like maybe the odd tidbit here and there, but nothing like crazy. Like, I don't own a snake or anything like that. That's not a thing. Like, we have 3 cats and a dog.
You
so
cats?
like,
I don't know. You have
3
cats?
cats. Yeah, we have 3 cats. We have a tuxedo cat. He's like really big, chunky cat.
Big fat fuck. I love him.
He's huge. He's like 20-pound cat. He's like the wimpiest meow in the whole world.
Love that.
Like, for a massive animal, you're like, come here. And he's like, "Meow." And he gets so scared of everything that he'll like hide, but he fucking can't hide anywhere because he's so fucking fat that he'll get stuck.
I love the way you're describing him too. I take the approach of a New Yorker when it comes to like big animals. I'm just like, you fat fuck. I fucking love you, you big fat fuck. Yeah. It's like, I love how aggressive it is. It's my favorite thing. Like
our dog's a German Shepherd mix, right? So like, she's really, really high energy. We call her a fucking feral idiot. Like, she's so like, she's so sweet, the sweetest animal ever. But she's really fucking sometimes. So it's like, you feral idiot, what the fuck did you get into? Like, we just like, all our animals are really sweet. Our 2 other cats, like, we have the big fat cat named Duralius. Like, he's the big tuxedo.
2 fat cats now?
Yeah. We have one. He's the biggest. Like, and he loves to cuddle and snuggle, and he'll purr and he'll like lay right on your face. Like, he's
Do
like.
You have one cat
really
that's
chunker.
just like really fucking fit and athletic, or are they just all big? No, you do.
Yeah.
You have 2 fat cats and just one really athletic cat. That's like, I could live outdoors if I wanted to. I just choose not to.
Yep. Yo, this is what happens. We have this really chonker cat. Then we have like a medium chonker cat, who's like a calico cat. Her name's Camilla. And like, we call her Vanilla Chonk, like, because she's kind of like in between. She's a little bit chonky. She's kind of sweet. She's the only one of the cats
level, or are they just like, you chubby bastard? Look at you.
You chubby cat. Like, we call her a sun rotter because she'll just find the spot in the house with the sun and like lay on her back and like spread legged, and like she just lays there. Yeah. And then we have the skinny, like, bitchy cat that her name's Ashara. That she thinks she's fucking better than everybody. She'll like go sit on the top shelf and just like look down at all peasants.
Well, she's the only one that can reach the top shelf.
Yeah.
You got the other 2 laying in the sun and eating food.
Yep, exactly. Like, our fattest cat got so lazy one day. We pour the food in the food bowl, and he's like maybe 5 feet away laying down. This lazy fuck wouldn't even get up to walk over to the food dish. He starts pulling himself across the floor with paws.
Oh my god, how big is he? Are they on a diet too, and they just like even while he's dieting himself, he's not even fucking eating the food because he's too lazy to get over there.
Yeah, he's such a baby. Like, he'll be picked up, he wants to be cradled like a baby. He'll like he'll get into bed with like me and Zolan, and he'll like lay between us like a baby. Like, he just wants to be pampered at all times.
I love cats. I love cats so much. But so you don't know much about snakes though. And did you ever try to make an effort to learn about snakes after you became a snake VTuber?
Well, not really.
That's fine.
it's kind of one of those things where like chat bought me a he bought me a fucking book off Throne called like How to Care for Your Snake.
Really? That sounds so,
Yeah.
That's kind of cute though. They got that for you.
Yeah, and then when like Zolan built me like my vocal booth for voice acting and stuff, because he made it out of like PVC pipe and moving blankets, it started to get really hot in here because I had like lamps and stuff. They were calling it the snake enclosure.
Because it's like a sun lamp.
Yeah, because it was so warm and stuff. They're like, oh, she's frying in the snake enclosure. We got to get some air in there.
I see. That's why I thought your name was the Sun Eater, because snakes, one of their main things they eat are eggs. A lot of snakes kind of steal eggs from other animals and will eat that. So I assumed Sun Eater was kind of a play on that. I am assuming now it's not, and you just did it because it's cool. Now that I'm learning how much you know about snakes, I'm assuming that was just a coincidence.
Well, like the Sun Eater, like when we made the lore, we're like, okay, this is based off the Apophis, and then in Egyptian lore, you know, snake eating the sun thing, and like we're like, okay, this is kind of neat. We'll just add the title on, like.
Oh, so it's a
Sun
real, like, is it? It's real lore. It's like actual world culture that you based off of.
Yeah. So like we're like, okay, this is kind of neat. And then it just kind of steamrolled from there. And now like in my 2.0 lore video, like we get more in depth into the lore. So I had like when I debuted originally, I had like a 20-minute video that like we didn't have a lot of money, that Zolan decided to do like chalk drawings on a cave wall. So he would just draw like different colored like people, like you would get like, you know, in ancient cultures.
Does
drawing
he have the
on
perfect art style for like cave drawings?
It's on YouTube. You could watch it.
I want to see if Zolan has like
bad.
cave drawing art style. No, but there's a thing. There's like a weird like skill to making art that looks like a child drew it without it looking shit.
He tried.
Do you know what I mean?
You know
like
what?
some people draw child drawings really well that it looks good.
I know what you're saying, and I don't know if it's that, but he certainly tried.
You don't want to give him the credit. Yeah, I don't know if it looks good, but
listen, it worked because we didn't have money, right? But we wanted to do a lore video, and that was then. It's like this ancient creature.
Vexoria.
If you look up the lore video.
SON Eater.
Not the SON Eater. I mean, that's a different platform.
The Sun Eater.
That's different content, Joel.
I forgot about your fucking old model. You know what? Your old model's cute. I like the old model too.
It was one of those models that like I was like, okay, I didn't even have a PNG to start. I was like, let's just get a model because it was a really like the artist was.
Damn, you guys are consistent with video uploads. Holy shit.
Yeah, we have a great
God.
We have a good production team that we've put together.
I have two people and they both have like a stick and a rock and they have to share the rock. What the fuck? Holy shit. I try to get like, one out a month. You got like one out every 3 days. God damn. How are you guys this consistent?
We have our editors, and then I have a content manager, and then I have Zolan, and I have my assistant. So all of them kind of like they'll go through and they'll get clips, and then the editors will just pump them out, and then we pay them at the end of every month.
That's crazy, dude. And
there's a schedule. So
I have 2 video editors and 2 shorts editors. And
we have a whole production server, dude. Like this for all this shit.
I do too, but clearly yours is like running properly. Jesus Christ.
This is Zolan, dude. This is Zolan and his managerial skills.
Damn,
really,
man. That's crazy. Sorry, I'm like jealous. This is so cool. You fucking
they do
so much.
They do amazing stuff, and I'm really thankful for them because otherwise, like, I would not be able to do this on my own because I'm stupid. Like, I'm just like, I would lose so much stuff. Stuff would fall off my plate, and I'd forget.
I looked up most popular, and I see there's a Best of Zolan video that is
yes, there
really popular on your channel. The
They
fourth most
love him.
popular video is fucking Zolan.
Yes. They love him. YouTube loves him. The YouTube family absolutely adores him.
Oh my
and
god.
like sometimes I'll have meet and greets and they'll be like, "Where's Zolan?" Like I'll be like, "You're great and all. Where's Zolan?"
Let
I'm
me
like, "He's right here."
find this lore video. He's just in the
like-
background. Where's your play? Do you have a lore playlist? Why do you hate lore lovers? You don't have a lore playlist. You guys are haters.
Clearly.
Where's your appreciation? Some of us like VTuber lore, thank you. What am I, the only VTuber that appreciates lore in this goddamn house?
No. Listen, I have an anime fucking coming out on Monday with a whole bunch of lore.
Where's the goddamn playlist, Vex?
It's coming out on Monday. Calm down.
Can't even I gotta look up lore on your fucking YouTube to find it.
Fuck, I will fucking find it for you. And I'll give you the link. How about
I
that?
got it. I had to look it up. I had to look it up specifically. I see the art.
Yeah.
I see it's the same level of skill as the Zolan profile picture that he used to use, or that he still uses.
That PNG, that fucking model. Oh, that. I'll move.
I see. The ancient cave drawings.
The ancient cave drawings right there. This is absolute cinema. What are you talking about?
This is canon fan art, by the way.
The best. Listen, the best drawing of this whole thing is the end drawing.
Jesus Christ. Somebody put the audio of "You look lonely. I can fix that," but with this drawing. Oh my god.
This is peak. What are you talking about?
Wow, this really gives you a massive scale. If those are houses, that makes you like the world serpent scale.
Yep, pretty much.
Actually, the world serpent's
That's crazy.
pretty. No, okay, that's world serpent scale.
Yeah.
What are they, Martians? What are those? Why are they on a different planet?
You gotta watch the lore video, Joel.
You got fucking interplanetary people.
Those are mages, I'll have you know.
That's actually Star Trek. Those are mages, I'll have you know. Is this the one that you said, eating the sun?
Yeah, that's the one that he actually, I think, tried a little.
You know what? He did a good job. He did a good job. I think it's cool.
He tried his best. We didn't have any money, and that was how it came out. And you know what?
I'll give you guys my subscription. Great. I'll subscribe.
Just wait. There's a better. It's done by a freaking anime studio that did my lore video. They worked on Pokemon and stuff like that. So
the only anime studios that I know that have worked on VTuber stuff are Studio Yada and they worked with Vichiban, Adventure Noises. I know those two. I didn't know there were more that worked on different things for VTubers. I know I tried to commission the animation studio behind Castlevania, and then I found out that to get my lore video done, if I wanted to redo my lore video with the Castlevania studio, it would have been $140,000. But I was like, I really want that, but this is also around the time that everyone was making fun of that one guy who spent $40K on an animation video of him and his fucking his fictional crush from fucking.
Oh yes, I remember that.
It was, what the fuck is the name of it? It was that Charlie. What's her name? Charlie
from Hazbin Hotel.
It was everyone was making fun of the guy who spent $40K on that. I was like, well, surely I'm more allowed because I'm a VTuber, and it's not a fucking like a OCX the reader video.
Well, for my lore video, it was my lore video. I put a lot of personal feelings into, like my new one, because I've been through so much, and this was kind of like a catharsis for me. Yeah. So it was like I put a lot of my heart and soul into this lore video, and it was like a lot of my feelings, how I felt during this whole journey for me. And then, you know, I basically like in the video itself, when I was recording it, I was crying at certain points, and you can tell.
I did that with my chat lore video recently. I didn't cry, but I felt so emotional, so I get how you feel. It's like an emotional journey that you go through as a VTuber, where you kind of get to a point where you make a video, and it either is something personal to you, or it kind of represents your own personal growth as a human. And
you know what? Like, for me, at the end of the day, like, obviously I want to make cool lore and cool stuff for the community, but also this was like a little bit of a healing process for me too. It was like putting it all out there for what it was, just in case if something did happen to me, I'd have this really, really cool piece that my family and my kids could go back and be like, wow, this was actually a really cool thing that mom did.
And thank God nothing did happen.
I know, right?
Woo!
So that was kind of like my thing, and I was like, I'm really excited for it. It came out so good, and I'm really excited to share it.
I'm excited to see it. I've missed the last couple of debuts just because of the time.
Well, like,
Zolan keeps inviting me to hang out with you guys too, and it's like, oh, I'm asleep. Uh-oh.
You'll probably be asleep for this debut too, because it's at 12:30 Eastern.
Man.
If you had a normal sleep schedule, if only.
I would like to point out too that I do this thing where people invite me to, like, oh, I'm doing a subathon, or I'm doing a debut, or I have my anniversary, it's my birthday, and then they'll make a server. And they'll be like, this is my hangout server now. I will never, ever, I never sign up for anything when people make hangout servers. I will join it because I like the person. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll join. I never do. I join the server and then I immediately mute it because I don't want to get notifications, and then I forget. So I only ever
right
join
into your DMs to drag you.
Literally, yes. I will only ever do stuff if it's in DMs, because like I'm already at server limit on Discord, and I don't use any of the server. I use 2 to maybe 3 servers on Discord, even though I'm at server limit, and it's because people keep making them, and then I'll join them, and then I just won't use them at all.
That's fair though. I mean, like, I hate the new Discord update. Like, I really freaking do.
I haven't
because
updated
all
it
my
yet.
Listen, I had to restart my computer and it updated, and now my icons are all fucking small, and I'm fucking old. I wear glasses and shit.
What
like,
does it
all this
look
shit is
like? Is it that bad?
it looks like ass, Joel. That's what it looks like.
But ass looks good.
No, but this is bad ass. Like, not in the good way.
Wow, it's
the terrible way.
badass? Holy shit.
No, it's not. It's not. It's bad.
I love the English language.
It's not good. It's one of those things where, like, all my icons are smaller. I'm having a hard time. I'm like squinting now. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this all changed? All this shit at the bottom is way different, and I'm like, I don't like it. I hate it. I'm being old and crusty about it.
There's a Discord update, and I just refuse to use it. The only update I want from that fucking Discord, I want a update that I can group DMs, so I can group business DMs and personal DMs. That's it. That's all I want from them. I want DM folders. They gave us server folders. Give me DM folders. Just let me do the same thing as that.
I don't know why. Who's making decisions there, but they're bad decisions, and I don't like it.
I just hope Discord never goes public. Do not. As soon as they get investors, everything's gonna go to shit. You can buy the new Discord subscription. Do you want to use servers? Buy the Discord subscription. I don't want it.
No.
What do you think about it now?
No, don't say it out loud. You'll manifest it.
I'm gonna give them ideas.
Why did you do it? Now it's on the internet forever.
Oh God, we're fucked. We're so fucked.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm also kind of grumpy sometimes. Again, I'm not an old person, but sometimes I have the same mindset as older people. I mean, recently,
the geriatric VTuber syndrome, is that it?
A little bit. I mean, I literally have a VHS collection that I've been fucking building up again. Oh my God, which is probably gonna be bad, by the way, because the VHSs degrade so quickly.
Yeah, but like, what are you collecting? Is it just like a certain genre?
Anime VHSs, like random ass anime that I've never heard of. I'll just buy and I'll collect.
Where are you getting them? You just find them online and find them?
I find them online. My first one that I got was when my mom had a friend who ran a VHS store. like a Mon Pa VHS store. And when it was closing down, she was like, can I have all the anime ones? And she just got me a big fucking cardboard box full of anime VHS. So I started my collection with that. It is. I turn around, I can see them all. I have like 4 different stacks of them. So I just have like an old anime VHS collection. I found some old ones that I had too. I have old anime and movies on VHS, and I've been buying some new ones. I just bought like 12 more because they're really cheap. They're like $2 to $5.
Do you know what's funny about that though? Because like when I was younger, I remember buying the Dragon Ball Z VHS tapes.
I have them.
Like that's fucking crazy because I remember buying them when they just came out because like they hadn't dubbed them, like, and it was like the Android Saga. So like I had all of them.
I have 2 of them right now.
And they were fucking like $30 for a VHS of one of them.
$5.
That's insane.
I bought them for $5. I bought them on Amazon for $5 too. I literally was like bored one day and I looked up VHS anime on Amazon and I just bought I bought like 10 of them because some of them were $2. It was like $2 to $10 at most. Some of them, like Pokemon, are $15, and that was the max. Nothing ever went higher than that unless it was like a really sought after movie or something. So I just bought a fuck ton of them. Most of them came in recently, and now I just have random VHS anime that if people come over to my house, they can just watch with me. I'll just be like, you want to watch a random one at random, and I've never seen any of these.
So you had to buy a VCR, or did you just like?
Already had one.
Oh, okay.
I've had a VCR. I have a VCR. I have a VCR DVD player mix, so I have a double. It's all in one.
Oh, okay. That's kind of neat though.
Turn of the century product.
Okay, I remember like Blockbuster and shit like that back in my day.
I love Blockbuster.
Used to go to I remember that shit. I remember going to like the convenience store when I was younger, and they had like a VHSs, and in order to rent the VHS, they had these little like Velcro stickers underneath them, and you had to like rip off the Velcro, and then you had to go and take it to the counter, and then you would hand them the number, and they would go to this wall of like plastic VHSs and grab one and then give it to you, and that's how you would rent movies.
One of my core memories is it wasn't Blockbuster, but it was like a local VHS shop, and I would go with my dad or my friend's dad, and it had like DVDs. There was a kids get one DVD for free section, and I would always get Sonic Underground or any Sonic thing because I liked Sonic a lot as a kid, and they had like video game rentals. Yeah. I still love Sonic. I think he's cool as fuck. But at the same time, this place also had VHSs, and I would get VHSs of different anime and DVDs of different anime. Not as many VHSs because it was when DVDs were taking over. And one of my core memories is I would always get a pizza. I would get Sonic Underground. I would get Bobobo. And I would get like Sonic Adventure too to rent. And at checkout, this place was real fucking cool. They had Shonen Jump manga, like the whole Shonen Jump magazine. And I would always buy a Shonen Jump, and I would read anime I would read manga out of order all the time. So I would read random manga out of order, and like I would be sitting there reading like, what the fuck is it called? Shaman King, and be like, I don't know shit about Shaman King, but I'd read like Shaman King number 46, and I'm like, I didn't read the other 45, but yo, this is kind of fucking fire. Don't know what the fuck is going on, but this art style is dope as shit. And I would get that in a Willy Wonka bar. God, that's crazy.
I remember when Shaman King came out, like for 4Kids, and it was like the anime, and they finally fucking like the very first episode of Shaman King on TV. I was like, damn, that's a long fucking time ago. Now that I think about it, it's like
Toonami, man. Toonami and 4Kids, I would watch all the time. I fucking loved that shit. I still do it. I still love that. I'll watch like, there's a YouTube channel, I shit you not, it just streams old recordings of Toonami and like all the anime and all the ads, right? And I would just sometimes just watch that. It's like 15 hours just Toonami, just old Cartoon Network. It's dope as shit.
I loved Cartoon Network when I was young. I used to stay up like stupid late and watch like Adult Swim.
I love just nostalgia. I just really like nostalgia for a time that I barely remember, and it's so weird. I don't know why I get nostalgia for it, because I wasn't like really cognizant that much during this, but I was like a little cognizant, because I'm not that young, I'm not that old. I'm like in the middle, and just remembering, I'm like, holy shit, man. I don't know why I'm getting nostalgia for this when I barely was alive.
Do you get nostalgia for like certain video game series though?
Yes.
Like, because I do.
Yeah, I get nostalgia for Halo all the time, for Borderlands. I get nostalgia for Sonic, even though I didn't really play that much Sonic. I get nostalgia for all those things, and I don't even remember playing them.
I get big nostalgia for Legend of Zelda. Like,
Really?
that's my favorite game series ever. Dude, you have no idea. I have a Navi tattoo on my foot. Like, I love the Legend
That
of
sounds
Zelda.
painful as fuck. Isn't that like bone? That's like where all the...
Yep.
There's like barely any fucking meat there. Oh my god.
It was painful.
How?
It was painful, but here, listen, I have had 2 children. So, like...
I guess so.
You know, and I've been through chemo, and I've done all that stuff. So, I mean, it's been... Pain is relative,
That
I guess.
doesn't
It
really
depends
make
on,
it less painful, though. It's still super fucking painful.
It is. Like, I got on the top
that's
of
like
my foot.
saying, oh yeah, I've been shot before, but you know, like getting shot again, you know,
comparing
getting
it to
stabbed
other
isn't
things.
that painful if I've already been shot. Like, holy shit.
That's kind of like how I weigh things out. It's like, well, you know, I've been through this and
unhealthy
this.
mindset. I feel like
Probably.
yes,
but
I've
this is where
given
we're at
birth
now.
before, therefore getting shot is not going to be that painful. It's still painful, Vex.
Like, okay, for me, I really love Zelda. I've always loved Zelda. I've played the shit out of Zelda. I remember playing Ocarina of Time when it came out. That's my favorite game. When the Nintendo Direct came out, like this most recent one, and they didn't tell me that they were gonna do like a port of Twilight Princess and like Wind Waker, I was flipping a table because I know that they have it.
Were you
I know
expecting
that
it?
they have it. I'm expecting. They have it. They literally have it
You
done.
sound crazy.
Why aren't they
You sound
giving it to
crazy.
me?
You sound like you're insane.
I'm fucking unhinged about this. Okay.
Are you sure
I know
they
they
haven't
have it.
done? Do you also believe in Silk Song and
They
Bloodborne on
fucking
PC?
have it. Wait, know what? Here's the tinfoil
That's
hat.
what you
theory,
sound
Joel.
like. That's what you sound like.
Here's
You're.
I don't care. I don't care. I
Bloodborne
don't care.
on
I don't
PC is
care.
coming soon, guys. Silk Song is gonna
No,
be released
listen,
soon.
Listen, here's my. Listen to the tinfoil hat. Okay. Listen.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. They're doing another Nintendo Direct, right? They are not going to announce a Zelda game when they're talking about the Switch 2. Because Tears of the Kingdom just came out like a year ago or whatever, right? So they probably don't have another Zelda in the works. However, Zelda is a big pull for a lot of people for the Switch. So my tinfoil hat theory is they're going to announce the port of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker to get people in with obviously like Mario Kart and stuff like that. Because they have to have a Zelda title and they're going to release the old stuff. This is my copium.
Yeah, I agree.
I see what you said.
I agree. I agree with you.
No, this is what's going to happen. It has to happen. Because there has to be some sort of Zelda draw. Because they did release that they're going to make the Zelda movie, right? In 2027, right? So they have to have something to build up to that, and they're probably going to release a Zelda game in at the same time of that Zelda movie, because that would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. At least in my head, it does. There's a live action Zelda movie that's going to be released in March 2027, guys.
So you
And
think
they're doing
that they're saving all this for a Zelda movie?
I think they probably are, like the new Zelda game.
Like what they did with
gonna...
Mario, where they had a Mario game and then they didn't save it for the Mario movie?
Shh, listen, this is my theory.
You know, their biggest franchise, they didn't care about promoting alongside of the movie release?
Listen,
You think they'll do it for Zelda, but not for Mario?
Listen, I know Nintendo hates money. I know they do. But... this is my own theory. Because I feel like I heard through the rumor mill that they're going to make this like a trilogy, like the Lord of the Rings. So like, they're going to do the Zelda movie. I know they're filming it in New Zealand. So they're going to make it like a trilogy. And I think that's the best way that you could possibly do it, because there's a whole lot of Zelda lore. And I wish that the Warcraft...
Yeah.
I wish that the Warcraft movie had done the same, but they weren't invested in that. They just decided to pump out that one movie and it sucked.
Wait, hold on. I remember the fucking World of Warcraft. Dude, my dad was watching that. I remember when my dad was visiting me, and he doesn't have anything to do in the area that I live, so he just kind of watches TV sometimes, unless I'm hanging out with him. And I walked in on him watching the World of Warcraft movie. He was like, "What the fuck are you watching?" And he's like, "Some fantasy movie."
Listen, I'm a big World of Warcraft fan. I met Zoldan playing World of Warcraft. That's how I met Zoldan.
Yeah, you guys seem kind of like the traditional nerds that are into like World of Warcraft and D&D. You're very traditionally nerdy. You like the traditionally, like, this is the era of my time nerdy thing to like was World of Warcraft and D&D. Well, yeah. I do think it's a generational thing. Like, nerds around a certain age will love World of Warcraft and D&D specifically. And stuff like Star Trek or Star Wars, one or the other, right? Or Lord of the Rings. Well, nerds today are like, did you see the new My Hero Academia? Oh, I'm so happy that Minato finally got his spot. Okay, that's a different type of nerd. But like, different types of nerds nowadays, I feel like.
And like, I still like watch anime and stuff like that, but I think that like for me, like the Warcraft movie sucked. I know it sucked because they decided to cram a whole bunch of lore like 90 minutes, and you fucking can't do that because then it's awful.
Oh, were they doing like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie thing where they did 4 books and like, or 2 books in one movie?
You can't do that. If you're gonna be invested into something, I feel like you got to make it like a trilogy or whatever to get like the full lore and make it something interesting and engaging and that the community wants. Because if you try to cram a whole bunch of lore into like a time limit, it's gonna be awful. Because you're gonna piss people off. It's gonna feel rushed. Nobody's gonna like it. And that's what I don't like when companies decide, like, they're like, let's make a movie. And they're like, you know what? I think this would work best as a trilogy. And they're like, you know what? We're not that on. Like,
actually, I'm not that invested in this. It's kind of trash. And then I remember what the fuck is, there's a movie coming out soon where I think the people making it were like, we didn't watch any of the source material. I don't remember what movie it was. I know they said that with Halo. They were like, I didn't want to watch any of the source material, which is insane.
I remember that. I was like, I love Halo. I remember playing all the Halo games and everything like that. And then they decided to make the series, and I was like, eh.
Yeah. But there's what the fuck? There's one coming out soon that they said that, and it's like, why are you guys like this? God of War. It's God of War. The fucking the people are making a God of War movie or TV show, and then the director was like, yeah, I tried to play God of War, but I just didn't get it. I don't think video games for me. And it's like, well, make somebody who does, like, watch a YouTube video, man. Watch a playthrough.
Right? This is what I don't understand. It's like, okay.
Like, just watch all cutscenes 1080p. Like, fuck.
I want people to make movies about, like, whatever, like, whatever video game. I want them to be passionate about the fucking series and care about it instead of just being like, let's just throw this out there and slap the name on it.
It's fucking insane. It's insane.
Like, come on,
dude.
please.
Monster Hunter movie did the fucking same thing. Holy shit. The Monster Hunter movie was the most annoying thing in the fucking world.
I never saw it, but...
Have you played Monster Hunter ever? Have you ever been interested in it?
I actually own Monster Hunter, and I don't know how to play it, so no one's, like, really reached out to, like, play it with me.
Or did you buy the new one?
I bought the new one, and I'm like, I haven't touched it yet, so I have no idea what to do.
Well, I play like that every Saturday night, if you're ever interested. Well, you never mind. You have to go through the game first. You can't, unfortunately, for Monster Hunter Wild specifically, you kind of have to go through the main game first because that's the story. And it's really annoying to try to play with friends at the start. Unlike in Wild, Monster Hunter Rise is a arcade version of Monster Hunter that you can just play immediately with your friends and just like run through everything. Which is why I always advertise Rise as a good first Monster Hunter game if you want to play with somebody and not play on your own. It's one of those games that sometimes doesn't click the first time. Like you have to play it and then you have to get really into it and you have to be like in a mood for it. Otherwise, sometimes it just doesn't click.
That's fair. I mean, like I've never really been interested in Monster Hunter, and then I was like, okay, this seems like it could be fun. And then I started watching videos, and I'm like, okay, I'm interested in it.
Try
like,
streaming.
But
I think that'll force you into playing it, and then you're kind of like, instead of waiting for somebody, it's like, okay, well, if I make it into a stream, it's a scheduled thing, and you're more like inclined to just throw yourself into it.
That's true. Right now, I'm kind of like, I'm in the middle of my Ocarina of Time Deathless run that I'm doing on YouTube and Twitch. So like, maybe that's something I could do after.
Yeah,
like,
no. It's if you already have a long game going, then yeah, just take your time.
I think that's, well, so I'm going to Puerto Rico, and then I'm going to WeebCon, and then I'll be back. So that might be a good one to come back to playing.
Okay, yeah, no, I would just wait then. Monster Hunter movie, though, was really, really, really bad. It was not even enjoyable bad. It was just like, this is frustrating. Because instead of making Monster Hunter a movie about Monster Hunter and the world of Monster Hunter, they made it a fucking isekai where the American military gets sent in.
Oh, no! What?
And then they made the Monster Hunter hunters into like Neanderthals, where they were like, they made them look like idiots. And they were like, you're clearly a lower intelligence life form. Here, have some chocolate. Because dogs would or monkeys love chocolate. So we're going to treat you like a fucking monkey. It was insane. It was really bad. And then they made it like super military-y, where they're like singing chants and they're like, we're the American military, blah, 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 blah. It was really fucking stupid.
Why? Like, I figured, okay, so I figured that there's video game series or in movies that are either well done or really awful. Like, there's no in between.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's really shit and terrible and you shouldn't watch it, or it's really fucking fantastic and watching it. Like, how did you feel about Fallout, the Fallout series?
I haven't watched it yet. You know what? I'm actually not.
Are you kidding me? It's really good. I find it's really good.
I've seen it via YouTube Shorts.
I'm gonna scream.
I've seen a lot of it via YouTube Shorts.
Joel, you're gonna make me flip a table by this time this stream is over. This is insane behavior. I hope you know that. You cannot live your life through YouTube Shorts.
I've seen most of the Fallout show from YouTube Shorts, actually.
You cannot do this. You are ruining it for yourself. I'm gonna scream. Like, we're gonna have to strap you to a chair and make you watch Fallout.
It's not like I'm doing it on purpose. I'm just doom scrolling YouTube and it pops up.
I'm just doomed. A likely story, sir. You need to just sit down and enjoy the journey for what it is. It's a really good show.
That reminds me, I need to put Fallout on my list of games to play. I have never fully played a Fallout game because I always liked Skyrim more and I was really into fantasy. And I always thought Fallout was a little too grungy to look at. But every time I see a clip of like Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 2, I'm always getting like more and more interested in playing it.
Okay, here. I have never actually played through a whole Fallout game either.
Well, you can add mods to make them have fat tits to keep your attention.
I mean, that's the plan. Because
I wrote that down for Skyrim. I have a video game list to do with chat, and I wrote down Skyrim with big titty mod. But yeah, go ahead.
Do you think, okay, when do you think the new Elder Scrolls game is going to come out? Or do you think they're just going to remaster? Do you think they're going to remaster Skyrim for the fucking zillionth time?
I don't think it'll come out anytime soon. They made that release trailer 6 years ago, and it was the only thing that they made. There was no plan for the game. I bet the game never even fucking started. They literally just made a teaser trailer as a proof of concept. And they started it a year later. So I don't think it's going to happen until, like, I don't know, 2029 or 2030.
They said that they would wait until Starfield was done.
Starfield also was a bomb. Like, that was
Starfield sucked ass. It was awful. I hated it.
So I think hopefully they're taking even more time with Elder Scrolls so they can get a win. Because when was the last time Bethesda made a game that was a hit?
It's true.
And it's Elder Scrolls. The last game they made was Elder Scrolls Online in terms of Elder Scrolls games. And that one kind of bombed at the start and then kind of worked its way back up to being good. And then they made the Fallout
I remember
games,
playing
and
that.
then Fallout 76, was a thing. And apparently Fallout 76 is good now, but still, they have not really done a lot. So I think they probably are taking their time with Elder Scrolls 6. I don't think it's going to come out anytime soon, though. I think it's
Joel,
going to
I'll
be a
be
couple more
fucking
years.
50 by the time the next fucking Elder Scrolls comes out. It's going crazy.
I don't think it's going to take that long. I think it's going to be like maybe 5 more years, but I don't think they're going to release
Joel,
anything about it soon.
I can't do another 5 years.
You know what? Instead, you should play the mods because somebody remade Oblivion in Skyrim. Sky
I heard
Oblivion.
that. You know who's a really big Elder Scrolls fan?
Who?
Zolan. He's
Yeah?
a big lore nerd. He's big. He used to watch lore videos on his stream about Elder Scrolls. Big Elder Scrolls nerd.
Like that's all in the books, isn't it? It's like all in the fucking books. They don't have any of the lore. Like all the video games, the lore is in like hidden conversations and in like fucking books that you have to read. And it's like, shit, this really is just exposition.
Like he's a big Elder Scrolls like nerd. He'll like tell you like a whole bunch of shit. Like he's just like an encyclopedia on like that is one of his passions. And I'm like that, like I don't know it all. So I'm very much like, okay.
Zolan, who's correct? Is it the Imperials in Skyrim or is it the Nords? Is it the Stormcloaks?
If he's still in your chat, he might answer you. He might get into a full discussion with you.
Dude, I actually kind of base people on who they sided with because I feel like
they're both wrong, he said.
Good, correct answer. I always think anyone who says they sided with the Stormcloaks, I assume that they're racist, and then and me making assumptions based on a video game like team that you choose, and then anyone who sides with the Imperials, I'm like, you might be stupid. I just assume both of them are fucking horrible people. Like any side that you choose, I'm like, they both fucking suck, bro.
Okay, he said the Empire is dying and the Stormcloaks are Thalmor patsies.
What's a patsy? Isn't that the other way around? Oh, is he saying that they're like they're being used? It's like they're being used by the Thalmor without them knowing. Is that what you're saying? Because the Thalmor, like, aren't they like orchestrating the whole thing? That's what I know from Skyrim lore.
Don't ask me. I don't know the lore that well. He's
Zolan,
the one that's the big.
Great Zolan of the Twitch chat. Great Redditor of the Twitch chat. Aren't they both being used by the Thalmor?
He gave you an answer.
Okay, I was right.
Yeah.
I was correct. I know a little bit of Skyrim lore, even though when I first played Skyrim, I didn't pay attention to anything, and I never even got to level. I only got to like level 15, and then the game was over because I ended the game. I like hightailed it directly to the main quest line. And then when I got older, I learned about Skyrim mods, added the big titty mods, and then I just never played the game because I would just constantly add mods without actually playing. That was it. I would be like, how do I make everyone pretty? And that's it.
I was like that with like Baldur's Gate stuff.
Can't do Baldur's Gate. Too much choice. Too much freedom of choice. Is that a thing? It's like you have like analysis like you can't like it's too
pick
much
anything because
when I play a video game, I want to do everything in one playthrough. I'd have to do like 70 billion playthroughs to do everything in Baldur's Gate, and it's too much for my brain.
Did you even play it once?
I tried to. I couldn't get past the first act because I was just like, oh no. Because when I was playing it, as soon as I got more party members than I could hold, I immediately got decision paralysis because I was like, oh fuck. If I don't put this person in the party, I'll never be able to hear what they thought about this quest. And then immediately after that, I was like, all right, this is too much for me. It hurts my brain. I can't do everything in one playthrough. I can't perfect everything in one playthrough. It's too much. My brain can't handle this. Like, I get sad because I'm like, I get FOMO. That's what it is. I get FOMO because I know I cannot commit too much to this game. I tried. It was, I couldn't do it. Because I got, what's her name? I got the sexy strong woman, fire woman, Karlach.
Oh, Karlach, yeah.
I got Karlach, and then I was like, okay, I have no room for Will now. And now I have more than 5 people in my party. And then I got the druid, Halson.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well now I can't choose, and now I will never hear from them again. And if I choose somebody, I don't switch people out in my party enough for this to be worth it. And then I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't do it.
And you'll be upset.
But that's funny because
I
see my mod say RPGs must be agonizing for you. Wrong, because RPGs, I can do like 2 playthroughs and then I'll get everything I want. But in Baldur's Gate, there are things you can miss events. Like you can miss so fucking much, and they're also like you won't be able to go back and do those things. That's what I mean. Like that freaks me out. Like no matter how much save scumming I do, I'll miss out on everything, and I'm like, that's too much save scumming. It's too much work for me to get everything in one playthrough.
It's too dirty for me. I can't do it.
Yeah, it feels like it's an endless amount of content, and as much as that's cool, I don't think I can do it.
Do you know what? I might have a really controversial take, but like I felt like I really hated Breath of the Wild because it felt too open to me.
I feel the opposite. I loved Breath of the Wild.
I felt it was so open because I was so used to like Ocarina and stuff like that, where it's like, okay, I'm going here next. I'm going here next. I'm going here next. And then all the shrines in Breath of the Wild, it felt so samey.
Yeah,
like
but
they
that
all
didn't
look the same.
Bother me because it was one person and Link doesn't talk. So I could do everything in Breath of the Wild. That was like a checklist that I could complete, right? I wouldn't miss anything, and there weren't any character dialogue that I would miss. I would just be going through it mindlessly, like a fun grind, and being able to see little things. And you know, most of Zelda lore is in world building and like in like environmental storytelling anyways. Like I don't have to talk to anybody. So that one I actually liked, but I see why you would hate it.
I love theming. So like if I'm going to the Forest Temple, I want it to look like the fucking Forest Temple. If I'm going to like the Fire Temple, that bitch better have fucking lava and shit. Like it better look like a Fire Temple. Like if everything looks
but
the
they don't
same,
have that
like
in Breath of the Wild.
it's like it's so like it's like it doesn't, they don't have it, so I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? Like I like really strong colors, I like really strong themes. Shadow Temple, yeah, you better have fucking shadows in there, it better be dark, it better look fucking like evil and shit. Like it doesn't, this doesn't look like it's like, where am I? Oh, I'm in the same shrine that looked like I just did like fucking like maybe an hour ago. Like it just looks the same to me, and I'm just like, I can't do this. Like I have to have my theming. Like it just, I don't know, and maybe that it's not like a strong argument, but like I like what I like, and that it didn't happen for me with Breath of the Wild. It felt like it was so much, like there was just so much and so where to go. I'm like, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to go, everything looks the same. I'm like, I can't do this, I don't think I can play this.
I get it, I get how you feel. Yeah, it's kind of similar to how I mean, we both are in similar situations, but with different games and for different reasons, where we both feel overwhelmed or confused, but in different ways. And
that was me for like Breath of the Wild, and I was like,
but
should
you're
I
fine
play
with
this?
Baldur's Gate? Like it doesn't wow, Jesus Christ.
You know why?
Why?
Vampires.
Is it because you only give a shit about Astarion and not the other characters?
No, well, I like the Druid too. I like House too.
You don't like Karlach?
I do like Karlach.
My favorite characters in that game were Karlach and Shadowheart.
Listen, they're both hot, so like I don't blame you. But for me, it was like, okay, I really like Dungeons and Dragons, so I'll go and I'll try to do everything, and then that just gives me a reason to go try again with somebody else, because I like my romance. So it's like, okay, I am in a relationship with this person. Now we go again, and we try to get into a relationship with this person and see what it's like. You
did that all in one playthrough?
But like,
all my fucking party members in one playthrough.
Did you have like a tally going?
Jesus Christ. No, I when I did play, I was really just into Shadowheart. I don't know. I think it's just because she looked the most like generically aesthetic to me, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. Like she's not like super interesting looking like the others, right? Like Karlach is like, I know the type of person that likes Karlach, right? Like I
break your back like a glow stick type. You know what I mean? Like
I know the type of like I wasn't interested in Astarion. I don't know why. I just didn't find him attractive. And it's not that
That's fair, though. I mean,
it's
he's
not
not
his
for everybody.
personality. It was his looks that I didn't find attractive. His personality is something that I definitely would be like, I'd be into. I like fucking rich assholes.
Do you like assholes? Do you like that kind of
rich
vibe from people?
assholes? Rich assholes.
Rich. Oh, so they have to take care of you, have to pamper you like a princess.
I like the oh-ho-ho girls, right? I like the Ojo-sama type in anime.
Like,
yeah.
okay.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I like that. Asterion, I wasn't super into because I guess I didn't like his hair, and I didn't like how he looked. Being very, very aesthetically into this kind of thing. I don't know. I think Baldur's Gate was a mix of getting like there's too much to do in my brain, and also I wasn't super interested in all of the characters. Like the characters are good, but none of them aesthetically stood out to me enough for me to be really into them. I was just kind of like, oh, they're kind of they're generic D&D looking, good looking characters.
So what is aesthetically pleasing to you then? Like if you look at a character and you're like, damn, that's fucking good. Like what do you look for? What's the peak for you, I guess? Like what traits and what things?
I really like exaggerated features. A lot of them in Baldur's Gate and D&D type games, they're all kind of like they're not super standoutish. Like they all kind of fit in the world. They look like normal people. They look like something you could easily cosplay. I like really exaggerated features in anything, right? Like how I'm a doll. I'm not happy with my model because I don't exaggerate that I'm a doll enough because I cover up most of my ball joints. So in my 2.0 version, I try to exaggerate that I'm not human more and more. So whenever I see character design, I always think my first thing is to exaggerate everything. Like I want this to be as exaggerated as possible. So when I see character designs in video games, I'm like, you need to look almost outlandish in a sense.
Like over the top in a way.
So when I see a video game like Baldur's Gate, which is a great fucking video game. It's probably one of the best video games ever made. I'm like, oh, the character doesn't stand out as much as I want them to. Or the characters, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I want everyone to think that I want everyone to dress like they're a main character, basically. Almost like that. Almost like that. I want everyone to dress like they're the main character, kind of.
No, that's fair. I mean, so like, if do you have a specific like race or class that you're just like, oh, like give me more of that?
I like automatons. Whenever I play D&D, I make my character a warforged artificer.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's just me. My idea for D&D is that I'm a warforged and an artificer, so I artifice my body parts.
Do you talk, like, do you put on a voice whenever you're, like, sitting around a table and, like, doing...
No, I just play myself. I love playing my VTuber character in D&D. Because it's already a character that I like playing. I don't really want to make a new character. Whenever I play D&D, I would like to just play myself. Because I like doing that. I like putting myself in those scenarios. And maybe that's boring, but I enjoy that because I can be more realistic to myself in those scenarios.
I think that that's very fair because, like, as somebody who's been like me, I've been text-based role-playing. Like, I did it in World of Warcraft. I still do. I still role-play on Moonguard.
Oh, if it's like, text-based, then I can play a different character. But if I'm doing voices, you know, I like to play myself.
I think that, though, like, when you're making characters, I think we all put, like, maybe a little bit of ourselves into a character that we make. So I think, like, you know, for me, like, if I make a rogue character that's kind of funny and, like, over the top and blunt, it's like, yeah, that's part of my sense of humor in there. But, like, they may not have the same backstory like me as a person, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, you know, if you have, like, a character that's had some kind of tragedy happen that's the same as something that maybe has happened to you in real life. Like, there's bits and pieces of you sprinkled into these characters that you can resonate with. Like, for me, I have, like, a OneNote of, like, over 50 characters that I've written that have character full-fledged templates that we've written out, like me and Zolan have created, just to, like, fully flesh out a character before role-playing with them.
Yeah.
So that's how fucking nerdy I get with this. Like, I get really,
it's
like...
cool. It's cool. It's cool. And
like,
I think it's fun to be passionate
right?
and nerdy. Yeah.
It's like something that you just, like, you fully throw yourself into. It's like, hey, I need to know this, I need to write this, I need to write this.
Me with VTubers. Me with my VTuber lore. Me with my character designs. I love doing this shit. It's fucking fun as hell.
Right? Like, and, like, for me, especially when it comes to VTuber stuff, like, I came out with this battle pass, right? Like, here is a sneak peek of what I'm going to do for my model throughout the year.
Battle Pass, play today.
It's literally what it was. It was like here's what you can expect for the year of the snake.
If you have a 7-day login streak, you get one sneak peek of new model.
I like gave silhouettes of all of my upcoming outfits for every type of year. I did. Zolan's like, we'll call it the Snake Battle Pass. It's like, just like, this is what you're gonna get for the whole year, right?
I like that. That's really cute, though.
But like, you know, we had the CEO model, and then like we have 2.0 on Monday, and right, like that was silhouetted. Then in the summertime, we have the Shattered Sun model that's gonna come out, and then in the wintertime, we have the Frozen Empress model that's gonna come out. But they were all silhouetted, and it's like, this is what you can expect for this year. And people got super hyped for it because it's like we got to create all these new designs, and it's like, man, what can I throw myself into this time? And that was just really fun for me because I like to design things, and then I like to write and create lore. It's like, where does the story go from here?
And I mean, that's really cute though. Like, I feel like that fits, and it's nice to be that passionate about something. I mean, like, I don't want to half-ass VTubing. That's why I made VTubing everything related to me is like it built into the character, like all the cool lore, right? So like for example, if I take Vex, right, to use you as an example, all the cool lore that you have is like dope as shit, right? So to make it fit me though, so I don't have to role play that, I would just be like, oh, and you know, I'm the incarnate of that god. That all the lore is the god Vexoria, right? All of that is the goddess, and then I'm just some dude that's like, hey, I'm the incarnate form, or like I'm their incarnation form. So I'm not that person. I'm a completely different person. And that's how I did it with my lore, right? Where all the cool stuff, all the mystery, all the intrigue with my lore is the doll, and I'm just some fucking dickhead, right? I'm just some fucking asshole who's using the body, who got mysteriously put into it. And now I can just play myself. Cool. Yeah.
I like to blend. So like for me, it's like, yes, there's the Dami Mommy. There's Vexoria, right? With all the cool fucking lore.
You actually then, like to act too.
Yeah, like I'll go and I'll do all of my Dami goddess stuff with the chat and stuff like that. But then like you get to talk to me, right? The person behind the avatar. So I like weave back and forth between the two, right? And it's fun for me because, you know, you get to realize that, hey, I'm not, you know, this actually evil person that the character is. You know, I'm actually a person that's nice and has a family. Yeah, just a little guy, right? Like, it's funny though, because like me and Zolan have talked about this too. It's like, yes, I'm playing an evil character, the character of Vexoria, the Sun Eater. Guess what? Evil, bad, you know. And then my chat will be like, "Are we the bad guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we are, guys. We're the bad guys." But it's funny because me and Zolan talk about the fact that people that are really familiar with playing villains typically are actually really nice people behind the scenes because they understand how terrible humanity and everything could be, or maybe they've experienced really terrible things in their lives. So they can have that perspective of playing this bad character, but they're actually not a bad person in real life at all.
I feel like that should be assumed from the beginning.
Yeah, but a lot of people are like, oh my god, you must be a terrible person, therefore you play this evil character. Right?
Man.
There's some people that are really like, that are just like, they don't get it.
The amount of fucking actors that I've seen get harassed over that shit is crazy.
Right? Like,
the
they
guy
don't
who played
understand.
Joffrey in fucking Game of Thrones, that kid. Ugh. Oh my god.
People don't know how to separate, right?
It's just awful.
I get it a lot too, because like if I'm playfully flirting with like another streamer or another VTuber, sometimes people will be like, what will Zolan say about this?
I love
what
that.
Does he
it's like
think?
You know that myth of consent meme where it's like two people are about to have sex and then somebody, I've been making this joke a lot lately. Two people are about to have sex and then somebody busts in and like, aren't you forgetting somebody? Aren't you forgetting something? Did you ask my permission before you had sex? And it's like, guys, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. Yeah, what is it? Isn't it Jesus? It's like Jesus busts down the door and they're like, aren't you forgetting somebody? And it's like, okay, dude.
Excuse me. Did Zolan give you permission to do that?
Zolan in a Jesus outfit wearing like the fucking sandals and like he's got his long hair and he's like, aren't you forgetting someone?
He actually dressed up as a Halloween costume as Jesus, and there's a picture of him. There's a picture of him in a Jesus outfit, and he had like longer hair, and he's like underneath this light in his parents' kitchen, so it looks like a fucking halo over him. And he's got a glass of wine and a loaf of bread in his hand, and he's just like looking up.
Zolan could make a good white Jesus. I think he could do a white Jesus pretty easily.
You know what? He could.
I can see
and
that.
You know what? It's a fucking funny picture. Like, it's really funny.
He's got the fucking fat cat next to him sitting down.
Yeah.
Jesus surrounded by his fat, chunky cats.
Exactly right.
Do you guys have a favorite animal? I don't know if this is like asking if you have a favorite kid. Do you guys have is there an animal that like attaches themselves to you more than the other?
So here's the thing that Zolan always, he's like, whenever we get a new animal, I baby the shit out.
Like, so they all like you more.
So I baby, well, here's the thing. I baby the shit out of them and they become cuddly, weak creatures, as he calls them. He's like, they're weak. They're like weak bloodlines now. Like you coddled them so much that they are so sad.
These animals
so
would die in the wild because of you.
Exactly. Like, he'll look at the dog and he'll be like, you descended from wolves, but you're fucking pathetic. Like, look at you.
Damn,
like, you're
dude.
a big baby. Like, like.
This is what good parenting does.
He's like, you are baby. Like, look at these animals. They're babied now. So I baby them. And then, for whatever reason, the cats especially tend to gravitate towards Zolan. They'll like go and lay on him.
It feels like cats like men more. I don't know why. Like,
the
every
dog
cat video
will love
I
the shit out of
see
me.
is just like the cats gravitate towards the husband in any relationship for whatever reason. Yeah, is it a beard thing? Do you think cats just like scratchy things and they like beards? Maybe that's why.
I think so, because like our cats will always lay on his chest or in the nape of his neck and against his beard. So it might be.
Zolan, you're a living cat scratcher. That's it. I don't know, man.
For me, the dog loves, like, our dog loves me. Be like, where's the baby? And then she'll like go crazy.
Oh, I mean, I can understand a dog loving somebody that coddles them. All dogs are little fucking babies. All they act is like, I want love. I want to be loved every fucking second of the day. I can't handle a single second away from getting attention. So I can see why the dog would love you more.
It's actually like, we got our dog from the SPCA. So like, we went and we were looking at animals that had been like, you know, they had been given up for XYZ reasons. So we went and we were looking at animals and we found her, and she was the type of dog. She was very, very antisocial. Like, she was a puppy. Like, she wouldn't go for a walk. Whenever you'd come near her, she'd shake. Like, some terrible shit had happened to her.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do anything. So we started like going for walks with her at the SPCA, and then we adopted her and we brought her home, and she was like, she wouldn't do anything. Like, she was scared of everybody. And then we started like, we gave her toys, we pampered her, we babied now she's the loudest and rambunctious animal, and really like, she loves the kids. I specifically remember one instance where like my son, we have a next door neighbor who's the same age as him. So he does this thing as a normal, he decides, I'm not going to use the gate to go into the neighbor's yard. I'm just going to jump the fence. So like, he decides to jump the fence all the time into the neighbor's yard to go play with the neighbor's kid. I had heard him in the neighbor's yard, and they were screaming. Like, they were just running around screaming like
kids do, yeah.
Yeah, so they were just screaming and running around, and I looked, they were fine. I let the dog out to go to the bathroom. The dog like lost it, hearing the kids screaming. She ran across the deck into the yard, literally jumps over the neighbor's fence.
What?
Because the kids are screaming, and then starts doing this patrol around the yard to make sure the kids are okay.
Aww.
And then lays down.
That's cute, dude.
And I'm like, oh, I had to go get Zolan. I'm like, Zolan, the dog is in the neighbor's yard, because they had a Shih Tzu dog, and I'm like, this is a German Shepherd, and that's a Shih Tzu dog, and like, I don't know what's gonna happen, so please go get the dog. So like, nothing happened, but it was kind of one of those moments where that dog got so protective of the kids that she like jumped, like Olympic level jumped over the fence.
That's fucking
and it was
cool,
crazy,
dude. I mean, it's scary if you're a dog owner, because you're like, I don't know what my dog's gonna do, but like, damn, that's cool either way that they did that. Dude, I don't know why kids find that so fun. My fucking nephews will just run around in a circle while screaming, and that's it. They'll just nobody's doing anything. They're just running around in a circle screaming, and they're like, I'm having the greatest time in my life. What the fuck?
I know, kids just do that. They just do that.
Screaming made me have fun. Screaming for me is like a fucking...
It's like therapeutic in a way. It's like cathartic. You're just having a day and you're just screaming to a pillow.
Oh my God, yes. Sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll just yell into a pillow and they'll be like, all right, I'm over
Glad
it.
to get that out. Actually, like, so I go to therapy, right? Like I go to therapy, and like it's been helpful to me after all the things that I've been through. So she's told me, like, I didn't realize this, but she's like, you know, when you talk about anger and strong feelings, your voice gets more. And I was like,
your voice gets more what? Discord cut you off
quiet.
As soon as you
like,
said that. That's so funny.
She's like, you get quiet. Like your voice starts to get like, and I was really like, you just become more like, I don't want to tell people that I'm angry. So I get really quiet about it. And I'm like, I didn't realize that. She's like, yeah, you do. She's like, do you have an outlet for your anger? I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? And she's like, sometimes like when we get really emotional and we go through a lot of terrible things and we can't express them verbally, like they build up inside of us. Like, do you have an outlet for that? Like physically? And I'm like, no. She's like, so I want you to go home and I want you to like wind up a towel and then just like slapping it across your bed and just like take it out on the bed.
Well, it's
and
like a physical release of stress too, because sometimes when you're stressed, your body will like coil up inside, like it'll tense up. So whenever you do like a physical release, it actually does feel better because you're like stretching your body a little bit more.
And that's what she told me to do. Like, whenever you feel really like tense, to like go punch on a pillow, go punch on a punching bag, like get a physical release somehow where you just like beat the crap out of like your bed or a pillow or smacks that, like, just get it out of your system, because you'll feel like, okay, that was good. And then you'll feel like better about it. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's what I got to do now.
Yeah, no, I'm a man, and who grew up in a toxic male environment, so I just bottle that shit up. I wait for the day that it explodes, and then I'll just leave it at that.
Joel, you can't do that.
I just bottle that shit up.
You can't, no. That's toxic.
I do the fucking Lilo and Stitch thing where they have like Stitch, and they're like, this is how bad you are. This is your bad meter. That's me.
You can't do that, though. You have to let it out. Let it out, Joel. There it is, chat. He made Dad lose his head. He finally blew a gasket and lost his head.
I let it out.
Chat, you know, it'd be a funny toggle if you did that and your porcelain head just went.
What, it cracked?
Like, just like shit, just like you just blew a stack, like your head just popped off.
Like instead of taking it off, my head just fucking explodes to reveal the nub.
yeah.
Just randomly, like I'll just be sitting there in a quiet call, and then an explosion happens, and it's just my nub.
Yeah, it's just
my
like your
head just fucking explodes. Blows
it's like you couldn't take the shit that
mind.
you just heard.
It'd be kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I can't believe I just fucking heard that. Boom. like dead.
What if you had like a stretch? What if you had a toggle on your snake when you just stretch, and like the joke is that the stretch just takes like 17 minutes because you're so long that it has to like unfoil your entire like snake lower half.
That would be funny. They're just like.
It's like the fucking body pillow of the Monster Musume character, where it's just
Dude,
like a long one.
I have been trying to get somebody to make me this fucking pillow because I think it's fucking hilarious. Like, just to have this massive, like, 20-foot long body pillow. It would be insanely expensive to buy. But, like, just for those, like, really diehard fans that wanted a 20-foot long dacky, like, it would be
Where are they
insane.
gonna put it? Where are they? How do you store that? That's insane.
That's not my problem, Joel. They bought it. Like...
You know what? I had a problem recently. I finally got my own merch. Because I didn't have my merch for the longest time. I also got my merch recently, and I got the body pillow. My body pillow is fucking 6'5". There is no. I've had a body pillow before, and I bought a body pillow for it. So my old body pillow that I had with the old art style, that is like, I don't know, 5 feet, 5'5". This new body pillow is 6'5". And I didn't realize, chat, because so many of you have bought the body pillow, that it was that big. Because in the pictures, it looked like a normal body pillow.
Where do you find like a long pillow to fit that though?
I don't know. I don't know how my chat does it either. Because some people in the chat have my body pillow. That thing is fucking massive. And I was telling Novel Horizons about it. It was like, yeah, it's life size. And I was like, no fucking shit, dude. It's taller than me in real life. The fuck are you talking about? I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to stuff it. I was told that I have to buy pillow stuffing instead of actually getting like the pillow core thing. It's insane. It's literally bigger than me.
But like, that just means you have to buy the stuffing, right? And then just sew up the bottom of it.
Vex, it's like a sleeping bag.
I don't see the problem with this.
I'm gonna get in the body pillow myself. It's like that age-old joke of like replacing the body pillow with yourself.
Listen, we have one of my like dackies, and like Zolan just cuddles the dacky. That's all he does. Like, that's his pillow.
Zolan, you're married to Vex. What the fuck are you doing? What do you mean?
He just has it. He'll just like take it, be like, this is mine. I'm like, can I cuddle myself? He'd be like, no. This is my Vexoria.
Did you forget that you're married, brother? Like, what? No, I also get it. I made a tweet, and I think you saw it a while ago. I made a tweet saying if I was ever in a relationship, which I probably will never be in because I'm just not interested, but if I was, I would never sleep in the same. Like, I do not understand people wanting to sleep in the same bed. I want all the space to myself, and I do not want to be near somebody that's radiating body heat all night. That is just uncomfortable to me. Like, I would not want that.
I get that because, like, me and Zolan, like, we sleep in the same bed, obviously, but we both have separate blankets. Like, we can't share a blanket. Like, there's no way. Like, we've been together for 13 years. There's no way that we could share a blanket.
That sounds
like,
awful.
He has his own blanket. I have my own blanket because we will get into a blanket fight.
Even sharing the same bed seems awful to me. That just seems really uncomfortable.
If you like sleep though, like a side sleeper like me, it's not so bad.
If you like sleep, I don't.
If you like, well, he doesn't sleep either. So like for me, I am very much like if my head hits the pillow, I'm gone.
I fucking wish.
I'm out, and he's very much like I'm gonna lay in bed and play Twitch until like stupid o'clock in the morning.
You know, the worst thing about that is, I will get in bed when I'm bored, and then I'll fall asleep. But as soon as I go to bed to sleep, I don't fall asleep, and it pisses me off. I will, like, after streams end sometimes, I'll be like, okay, let me rest a little bit before I go cook, and I'll sit down in bed, and then 3 hours later, I wake up. But then after I'm done eating, I'll go to bed, and I'll be like, I want to sleep, and then I won't sleep for like 9 hours. And it's like, what the fuck is this? I hate this. I wish sleeping in command was a thing.
Do you read though before bed, or do you like play on a Switch or anything like that?
I'll be on my phone watching Fallout via YouTube.
You fucking Joel.
No,
You're killing me with that.
I'll sometimes after streams are over, I'll exercise and like read manhwa. But if I don't have that to do, I don't. Dude, I'll be real with you. Sometimes I just rot. Sometimes I just lay down and rot and doom scroll because I have no hobbies.
That's like me sometimes. I'll just lay in bed and just fucking scroll.
So I'm trying, because I monetize a lot of my hobbies because I'm a dumbass. I'm trying to demonetize myself. So de-content brain myself. So like I have a DS, I have a PSP. I need to force myself to play my DS. I need to force myself to draw again. I need to force myself to build some of the model kits that I have. Like I need to brain rot myself.
Not everything is for content.
Yes, I need to brain rot myself and just start doing stuff for myself as a hobby again. Because I used to do model kits as a hobby before I was like, oh, what if I did one for a stream? That could be fun. And I started buying them more and more, and then I stopped doing them for fun. I need to just do it for fun again. I need to build model kits for fun because I got 48 of them. It's not like chat's going to miss out on me building a Zoid. I can just, like I have plenty of other things I can build with chat. I don't need to like save all of them for streams. I can draw on my own. I just need to force myself to get back into drawing. I need to play on my handheld games because it's not like I'm going to emulate every single handheld game and stream it. So I should just be like, okay, let me just play Fire Emblem on my own. Let me just play Fire Emblem for myself.
You should.
But I have a hard time doing it. Like yesterday I was like, I should just like carry around my DS and play it with me. And instead of doing that, I would be cooking my food and then I would go wait while my food simmers and I'll just doom scroll instead of playing a video game. And I think the reasoning is when I play a game, I have to commit to it, where I just have to be like, okay, if I start this, because in my brain, I'm like, if I start playing this game, I need to commit the rest of my day to playing it. And I don't know why my brain works like that, but that's just how it is.
I get that way because like if I have downtime and I have time to actually like sit and play a game or like watch something, I get like choice paralysis.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's so much that I could play and do, but what about this? But what about that? And then like time goes by and I'm like, I can't pick now.
Yeah. I mean, that's honestly, I'll be real with you for a second. I've talked about this with the chat. That's one of the reasons why I really liked playing shitty hentai games that were knockoffs of games that I do want to play, which is why I played like a shitty hentai game knockoff of Slay the Spire, because I didn't want to play Slay the Spire because I feel like I would have to commit to it. But if I play the shitty hentai game, I'm like, oh, I don't really give a shit about this, and I'm literally unable to stream it because, it's fucking not allowed. Which is why I would do those games all the time, because it was just like non-committal in my brain.
So don't play Ghost Girl Gussie XXXL.
What the fuck is this?
I play that character in the Cherry Kiss game. Don't play that one.
What is Ghost Girl CX? Is that the name of the game?
Yes, that's the name of the game. Don't play it.
Excuse me?
Don't play that game.
I'm looking this up.
I voiced that game. Don't. I play the main character in that game. Don't do it.
Is this on Steam?
It is. Ghost Girl Gussie XXXL.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Kidding. I've hide games. Hold on, let me turn that off so I can see. What the fuck?
Don't play that one. If you don't want to hear your friend making sexual noises, don't play that one.
I played Honey Pop, and one of my friends was the voice actress in Honey Pop before, so it's too late for me.
You can't go back.
I mean, I don't give a shit. It's not like I'm fucking playing the games to jack off. Let me
look
this up. Hold on. I didn't know you voiced in a fucking video game. That's cool.
I've voiced in a lot of video games, dude.
Ghost Girl? It's not coming up on Steam.
Hold on, I'll show you.
Am I typing it wrong?
Ghost Girl Gussie.
That's a fucking insane title, by the way.
It's by Cherry Kiss Games. Here, look. I'll find it for you. I'll fucking find it right now. There it is.
I spelled Gussie wrong. It has an H in it.
Yeah.
Ghost Girl Gussie XXXL. What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding, dude.
What the fuck? I love that hentai games have the dumbest, fucking stupidest names in the business.
You know what the funny thing is about this? I have people that still come into my chat and say, hey, are you the ghost girl?
You know what? We have something similar that pisses me off to no end. Sometime we had a guy mods, you remember this. We had a guy that would just come into the stream and type nothing in the chat except how much Rule 34 hits that I had. And just be the dude would just come into the stream and be like 184 and then not say anything else. They would just come into the stream and be like, I found you from Rule 34. 184.
That's hilarious.
185. 186. Like, they would just update it. What the fuck?
That's hilarious.
It doesn't come by anymore, thank God. But holy shit! Like for I think
How
a
are you
week
gonna
or
know
two.
though?
For a
How are you
week
gonna
or
know?
two, it was just like a guy coming in to refresh it. I
Listen,
don't need to know.
now you
That's the problem. I don't need to know.
Chat. This is what you need to do now. You need to have a counter. You need to have somebody go and you have to have a counter now.
okay.
That guy's gone. Someone has to take up the mantle.
Well, it was that, and it was like the people that I would have on Porcelain Parlor would look it up midstream. Fucking how many people are there? It was Hannah Hyrule would just looked up porn of me on stream. Who else did it? There was like 2 more motherfuckers that did it.
Do you want me to do it right
stream.
now? I can.
No,
You sure?
preferably not. Preferably not. Thank you very much.
No, but like, yeah, Ghost Girl Gussie. I was in that one. I've been in
What are the other ones? Yeah.
what was the other one that I was in? It's another hentai.
Is it all hentai? Did you mainly voice NSFW?
There's a couple. There's one I was in Rift. I was in fuck. It's a D&D-esque game. It's called Once Upon a Wildwood. It's called Fablecraft. Once Upon a Wildwood, and it's like a D&D kind of tabletop adventure. And I play Elder Elwyn in that one. I play like the elder
sounds lovely.
elf in that one.
Fablecraft.
And then Fablecraft is very like tabletop virtual D&D module. So like it's like dice
I see
rolling.
it.
But
It's a free-to-play game.
Yeah, and then you just buy any modules that you want to.
You can use the. Oh, that's cool. It's something that you use for D&D.
Yeah, and then like you buy the modules. Play like Once Upon a Wildwood was the one I was, and that just came out I think in like November, December I think.
Ah, I see it. That's cool. I like when people have supplemental things for board games. Or for tabletop games.
It's a cute, like, it's a thing I can play with my kids. Like, it's just a fun, like, little. You have someone that plays the dungeon master role that goes through the module, and then you have people that the roles are already set, so you don't have to really build a character. Like, there's a mage, there's like a ranger, there's like a rogue fighter or whatever. So they have their skills and abilities already, and you just go through the story. So it's kind of like a simplified version of like a Dungeons and Dragons thing that you can just pick up and go.
I love video games. I really like video games. I really enjoy that. I gotta play more of them in my free time, man. I enjoy video games so much. I have so many nostalgia games too that I. Do you have a list of games that you want to play on stream? Because I do.
I have like a couple. Like for me, obviously, I'm waiting for Twilight Princess to be ported. Like that's my big one. Like, listen, listen. Don't make me go on that tangent again, because.
Yeah.
I do want to play through GoldenEye though. I would love to actually play through Conker's Bad Fur Day.
wait,
that's hilarious.
Pause. GoldenEye? What do you mean play? Yeah. Isn't that a fucking multiplayer game? What do you mean play through it?
There's a story, kinda.
People played GoldenEye for the story. I
played through GoldenEye.
I thought the main thing about that game was that it was just like one of the forefathers of multiplayer shooting FPS games.
I remember playing the shit out of that, like with my cousins and stuff like that. There's playing multiplayer and like blowing people up proximity mines and like just creating these like stupid games.
Fucking
and like try to kill you.
Sorry, yeah, that's cool.
Conker's Bad Fur Day is another one that I'd like to through on stream. Apparently that game's not banned and you can play it on Twitch.
I'm surprised because that game has a lot of things in it that are horrible.
It's fucking terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. It came from a time that
he's fucking insane, isn't he? Like in the game, they do some crazy fucking shit. Doesn't that the game also have like PTSD in it? Like, cause
it's got
like
a lot of terrible shit, dude. Like if you get I remember
like gory,
one,
isn't it?
there's one game type where like it's a multiplayer game type where you're weasels and you're trying to steal money and you're killing each other. And I remember specifically my dad playing this game with me and blowing me up with a rocket launcher, and then like your weasel explodes and it's really gory. And then the other weasel yells, "It's dental record time." Like, that's fucking crazy.
I'm looking it up. Yeah,
that.
I remember Conker's Bad Fur Day was fucking like, I don't know. Playing this as a child would fuck me up. If you played Conker's Bad Fur Day as a child, you should be entitled to legal compensation for like the shit that it did to your brain. I don't know what to tell you.
It was crazy. Like, that had so much terrible shit. Different time, right? Like, it was a different time back then where you could throw that shit in a game.
It's such a fucking like unassuming game too. Which makes it more insane of how bad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the main ones that you want to play?
There's that one. Like, I would love to play Banjo Kazooie.
I've never
on stream.
played Banjo Kazooie. I've always wanted to.
It seems really fun. Like, I've played a little bit of it, but like to go through the whole game, I've never done it. So like, I would love to play through it.
Those old school platformers are cool, man. I have one. I have one that nobody knows. Every time I mention it, they're like, "What the fuck is that?" It's called Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
I've never heard of that.
It's like honestly, it has a little bit of history because it's one of the first games Australia made that wasn't shovelware, because Australian game studios were mainly making shovelware for like the Nintendo DS, you know, and shovelware is like math games on the DS that nobody would play. It's just like those random ones that you could download for free or for like $1.50 on the DS store. But Ty the Tasmanian Tiger was like the first Australian studio game that was like purely Australian.
Okay, what was your first gaming system?
It is a hotly debated thing in the recesses of my mind. It's either it was either the Nintendo 64 or it was a Game Boy. I played a lot of things out of order, right? So I remember playing on a Game Boy, the SP, but I also remember the original Game Boy. But I also remember playing on a Nintendo 64, and then I remember playing on a GameCube. But I don't know, it might have been out of order. Like, I honestly remember playing a Nintendo 64 after I played on a fucking Game Boy SP. So like, it's like, what the fuck? I remember playing a Nintendo 64 after I had a GameCube, and it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Because this game console is older, but I played it later. So like, my brain doesn't understand what was first. But my earliest memory of playing a video game was playing a Metroid game on a Game Boy, but it was like first person, and I don't remember what the game was. I just remember rolling up into a ball and it having really bad controls.
My very first game system that like we owned when my parents were together, I remember my dad bringing home a Sega Genesis, and I was about like 5 or 6, and like that was like the bee's knees, right? Like that was like the thing.
What was on the Genesis?
There was like Golden Axe, there was Phantasy Star, there was all the football games. Like, yeah, it was like all the Madden games, like all the stuff, like the baseball stuff, the NFL stuff. There was a lot of Sonic. There was Sonic. All the Sonic games were on there.
I fucking love Sonic.
Yep.
Never
NHL.
even played a Sonic game besides Unleashed, but I love Sonic. I played Adventure 2 and Unleashed, and that was it.
Really? You never played the original like side scroller like Sonic?
I never played an original Sonic game. No, I played.
You're kidding me.
I played Sonic Rush on my DS.
You've never played like Sonic 2 or like Sonic 3 or anything like that? Like the sides.
I played the one with Blaze the Cat.
You have to play the original. They're so fun.
I don't know. I'm more of a 3D Sonic fan because that's when the characterization started to happen a lot more. And I really enjoyed the characterization of Sonic and all of the different characters. So that's why because the older games are more arcade games, while the 3D ones are like a little more silly and everyone's got more characterization. That's where like the Sonic lore started to pop in a little bit more. That's kind of what I enjoy Sonic for. I never enjoyed Sonic for the game. I enjoyed him for the atmosphere. Because when I think of Sonic, I think of nostalgia. I think of a beach. I don't know why I think of a beach, but I imagine a beach, and I imagine like good vibes, you know. That's what I think of when I think of Sonic. So whenever I see the older Sonic games, it's like unfamiliar to me. It's like, this is not the same Sonic that I really like, but I'm sure the gameplay is going to be just as fun.
So I remember at TwitchCon last year, there was the Sonic Cafe.
I missed it. I wanted it. I would have loved to go there.
You didn't fucking go to the Sonic Cafe?
I didn't know there was a Sonic Cafe. I would scroll through the entire convention and I never saw it.
It wasn't in the convention. It was like on one of the side streets that like away from the convention. So like if you went to go look for food or something like that, the Sonic Cafe, it's like a pop-up cafe. And honestly, I'll be honest, it wasn't good food. But
Chili
I did
dogs.
enjoy the milk. It wasn't that good though.
All chili dogs are good, Vex. There's no such thing as a bad chili dog.
The food was not good.
Vexoria, all chili dogs go to heaven. All chili dogs are good boys.
It wasn't good though, Joel. It wasn't like I like the chocolate milkshake there. That was good. I think they called it like the Shadow Shake or some shit like that.
The Shadow Shake should be what he does with Latinas, okay? I don't want to fucking hear about a chocolate shake.
It was good. Oh, hi, Heavenly.
No,
Heavenly's
don't respond. Don't respond to him. He only comes into my chat when I do a Porcelain Parlor. He never fucking comes into my chat otherwise. Do not give him attention.
Why?
He's not allowed. He's not allowed. I don't want to hear it.
I like Heavenly though.
No,
but
don't give him attention. He should just go to your own chat. He should just go to your own
Heavenly.
chat.
Hi, Heavenly.
Heavenly only comes to my chat whenever I do a Porcelain Parlor. He never comes in otherwise.
Damn, looks like you guys got beef. What are you gonna do?
I always have beef with him.
Why? He's such a nice guy. He's been really nice to me.
I come in all the time and say one thing and leave. Not true. Not true. You only come in to say one thing when I have a parlor on. Or very rarely when I do something that he likes. To me.
I like Heavenly.
Yeah,
he's like a big
nice.
Teddy bear.
What, you can't have beef with somebody that's nice to you? You can still have beef.
I have a husband. Of course I can.
See what I mean? Me and Heavenly aren't married, but I can still have beef with him. Besides, he likes it. Dude, he fucking lives for like beef. His whole thing when I first met him is that he fucking wanted to fight with me because he wants somebody to fight back with him. Like,
does that mean that Heavenly doesn't like me because he doesn't have beef with me?
No. He still likes people, but like his main thing is he finds enjoyment in just like fighting with somebody. See, he's trying now. How the fuck that snake got feet? What the fuck?
I do have feet. I can transform. Is he asking for steppies? This is a weird way to ask for steppies.
No, I think I think it's like he's like confused.
He's confused.
He's confused.
Heavenly hurt himself in confusion like a Pokemon.
He hurts himself in other ways, like with alcohol. He doesn't need to hit himself with confusion. The motherfucker drinks.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah, wait until you're 40, buddy. You got 6 more years until that shit's gonna hit you hard. Give it a little bit.
Oh no, you're not. I'm older than you.
He's 30. He's 34.
Yeah, see,
he's older
I'm
than
older
me,
than you.
Which is always weird. It always confused, dude. It's so weird when I fucking think about. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It freaks me out.
Why? Am I freaking you out because I'm like 38? Is that what you're freaked out?
It doesn't freak me out that much. It's just that after a certain point in age, like once you mature to a certain point, when you talk to somebody that's older than you, you don't notice it. But when you're like 18, right? When you're in school, when you're in college, you talk to somebody that's not in college or school and they're older than you, you're like, wow, I can really notice the difference. But like when you're like 24 and you kind of have stuff, well, not 24. When you're like out of college, right? And you have a steady job and you have a place to live and you talk to somebody that's older than you, you just don't notice that they're older than you that much. Unless they're like an old ass person, you don't notice it. And it always freaks me out because then I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Streamers don't age past 25.
I mean,
I'm too bold.
I like to say that I'm like 21, season 17.
Season 17. I don't want to be 21. If I were to choose an age to live forever, it would be like fucking 28 or 30 or something.
You think so?
Yeah,
On my
I don't
birthday
get
cake,
what
say
people
happy
say.
21st birthday.
No, I don't get it. When somebody is like, "Oh, if I was immortal, I would choose to be forever 18." It's like, why the fuck would you want to be that? That's insane.
I think like 25 is like 25 to 28 is
like
a good age.
25 would be good. 30 would be good. I would not want to be forever fucking 18 or 21. That'd be horrible.
That's like, okay, that's like when we were talking about earlier, like all these 25-year-olds calling themselves hags. I'm like, bitch, you want to trade ages? I'll take 25.
I think they
be
like
38?
the idea of being an attractive, mature, older woman, but they don't have the maturity to stand for that. Unless you go through
That's
some
fair.
real fucking trauma, then you won't be that mature until you're like way older.
It's true. I mean, I've been through a lot of shit in my life, but
Man.
I've kind of reached that point where I'm starting to get to that age where I just don't give a fuck. Like, you either like me or you don't.
I'm starting
how
to
I
reach that enlightenment. I'm starting
It's
to
a
reach that
wonderful thing.
enlightenment of I'm starting to not care as much anymore. I got chat. That's good enough. At least I'm trying to. I had a tweet recently where I had a crash out. You know, that whole thing about me as a man bottling up my emotions like a true masculine male. Am I right,
I
brothers?
saw that tweet.
Am I right? Yeah, well, I have crash outs sometimes, and it's mainly about content creation and growth.
I think that's a thing that a lot of people in the space crash out about
Of course,
quietly,
of
like,
course.
privately, right?
I don't even dare to presume that I'm the only I'm special about it. Everyone's got it. Everyone has it. Every time I complain about it and I talk about it, I always make sure to be like, and this is normal. Like, everyone has this. I'm not special or anything. This crash out is a normal crash out where it's like, oh, I'm not growing as much as I want to, and I feel really bad about it. Like, it's a normal crash out that everyone has. Or, oh, YouTube's fucking me over. I'm getting gangbanged by YouTube and TikTok in terms of viewership. So, like, it happens, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't ever say, like, everyone has that, though. Everyone gets that way because it's the normal thing. Where was I fucking, this is a tangent upon a tangent.
You wrote this tweet about,
Yes.
like, bottling shit up and, like, doing the whole I'm alpha man on
What
all
was the one before that, though?
things.
What was the tangent before that tangent?
You're old.
Man. Man. I'm not even. I'm young. I'm supple. I got a lot to live.
You're young and subtle. Yeah, exactly. Chat, tell him that he's young and hip. Just tell him he's young and hip right now.
The only reason I act old is because I was treated old from a young age. That's it. That's really it. I am not that mature. I
don't know. I think you are very mature, Joel. Like, whenever we have conversations, I think that you're actually a very mature guy. You're very kind.
I love what
Every
trauma
time that
does to a man. I love what trauma does to a motherfucker.
I feel that. But at the same time, like, you've always been very mature and level-headed I think that we have the same vibe in the way that, like, for me, I would rather sit on a patio and, like, have a game or have a conversation with somebody than go to a loud fucking party and rave all night.
Oh my
Like,
god, my first convention that I went to with friends at WeebCon. Holy shit. Fucking there was a big rave. And I remember 3 things that happened. 1, Numi and Cinder, who are, you know, very young. Not like very young in age, but they're very young at heart. They got the fucking they are actually their age. I'm not. They were like, come dance with us. I go to the dance floor in the middle of like a WeebCon rave and I try to dance. I fall on my ass and the guy next to me who I don't know in the middle of the fucking area was like, hey, you okay, man? You good? And I immediately was like, all right, I'm gonna go back to sit down. And then I go sit down with the other old people like fucking Grandma Geary, and I just sit there and I'm like on my phone. I'm like, okay, this is where I belong. This is where I should be.
Well, see, once you get to an older age, people start to pregame and they drink. Well, pregaming when you're older is taking like 2 or 3 Tylenol, go out.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
that's your pre-gaming, so your feet don't fucking hurt.
Yeah, man, that was my first time being drunk at TwitchCon. Was just like, oh, this is what it's like. Oh, I can't tell if this is what it's like. Maybe I'm assuming that I'm drunk, but I'm not actually drunk. It was just fucking insane. I don't like it. It was so weird. I feel like I was too loose.
I think I was there at that party. You were drunk.
You probably were. I
probably
probably
was.
went up to you and was like, hey, I'm drunk, I think. I don't know. because I've never been drunk before.
I think it might have been after the fact that you looked at our outfits and said Zolan. I don't think you were drunk yet when you said that. But
I want
afterwards,
the men to look better. That's it. I just want the homies to dress nicely and to take care of their looks. I think they would all look very nice and handsome if they just did. That's it. That's it. That's all I say. All right?
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Like, if I see these motherfuckers rock up with a goddamn, like, fucking graphic tee, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you're about to crash out when you see Zolan again.
I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people could pull off some really nice looks. That's it.
You know what? Honestly, we should make a stream of it. I will take him to a store, and I will have you on stream, and you can just, like, give him advice.
I would love to.
About.
Actually, if you want to give chat some advice, my food just got here. I'm going to go grab it. If you don't mind.
No, go ahead. No, that's fine. Now, chat, you're stuck with me now. I don't know how you feel about that, but we're going to have a conversation. I need Joel in order to, like, teach Zolan.
You're smothering them. You're smothering them.
That's fine. That's fine. They're okay with it, right, chat? Are you okay? Are you okay with me smothering you?
All right, all right. That's
they probably
snake
like
and
it.
Mothering it in one word, smothering.
See, look, they said yes. They want it. They want to be covered either in snooty or snitties. See, you can't have smother without mother. Am I right? That's right. Father, help. You're indifferent. Okay, see? Fair. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll treat you real nice. I'll let you out of the cage for a little. I'll let you run around and play. See, you don't have to worry. I'll even clean your cage. You don't have to clean your cage this time, okay? I'll clean it for you. Don't tell Dad. Don't tell your dad, okay? The cage is safe. I was gonna clean it for you. You like the cage? You want to be in the cage? Okay, I'll let. How about I put you back in the cage? The cage is home. I was trying to be nice. No, it's okay. Deal. All right. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You want to stay in the cage? Okay. Do you need anything while you're in the cage? Do you need like chicken nuggets? Do you need any drinks or anything like that? What would you like in the cage? You want appy juice? You want apple juice while you're in the cage? You want chicken nuggets and apple juice? What do you want me to turn on the TV too? What do you want to watch? You want to watch like Treehouse? What do you want to watch? You want to watch Toonami? What do you want? You want the iPad? Do you want to be iPad kids? Is that it? You want Bob the Builder? Thomas and Friends. You want the iPad, apple juice, and nuggets. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We can make that arrangement. Just don't tell your dad, okay? You didn't get it from me. All right? Truce, chat? Truce? You didn't get it from me. Okay? It just spawned. We don't know how it got here. Okay, no, act normal. Act normal, okay? Act normal. Be normal. Be normal, Chad. Be normal. It's fine.
There we go.
You guys are so sweet. I try anti-vex, exactly. You can call me anti-vex, it's fine. Best mom always. Sit normal enough that you're fine. You're fine. Just do what you usually do, okay? Do what you usually do. He won't notice. He won't notice. I promise you. Look at all. That's so cute. That emote's so cute. You guys are so adorable. Your bow is looking very nice today. Did you guys wash it? Did you put it all nice and neatly into your little blockhead today? Because you knew that Anti-Vex was coming over? You guys cleaned up real nice? Oh, that's adorable. You guys are so cute! Do you want to say hi to Uncle Zolan? Do you want to say hi to Uncle Zolan? Uncle Zolan's here. You want to say hi, chat, to Uncle Zolan?
Once in your life, chat, I actually brought you nuggies.
Chat, Uncle Zolan brought you nuggies.
I'm actually here with the nuggies right now.
He did. Aw, see? Look at, oh, that's cute. Look, they're waving at you. Oh, seriously,
Hi,
thank you.
chat. We haven't had Dilf Night in a while, so I haven't had a chance to babysit you guys in a while. You causing dad problems? Please tell me yes.
I hope that
Like
you are.
like extra problems. Like being absolute menaces.
You know what would be a
Hey,
really...
Perfect.
Stop feeding my chat.
What?
That's like feeding somebody's dog without them knowing.
Shh, we didn't feed them. That's crazy. Who would do that?
I had the stream open.
Don't show him the nuggies. It's okay. You can have the nuggies.
Someone get out of here.
Scattering.
You wanted to talk to Uncle Zon. What do you want me to do?
Well, he's only allowed here on fucking Dilf nights. Otherwise we have a restraining order.
Guess what else I bought? I brought cream egg McFlurries.
You bought cream egg McFlurries.
I heard cremated McFlurries, and I was very confused. I was like, "Who did you? Whose remains? Zolan?
What are you doing?
Was that the son that was eaten?"
It's crazy.
Cremated McFlurry. That's what actually happened to the original McDonald's.
Oh no!
They put that motherfucker in a McFlurry, and you guys that's why the fucking machine
ate it
doesn't
up.
work. It was one McFlurry. I got pizza.
Oh my god. What kind of pizza?
Margarita.
Mmm.
And Diavolo,
Well, listen.
which means pepperoni.
I may have fed your chat.
All right. Look, now look at them. Now they're fucking look at them.
I gave them apple juice too. I hope you don't mind, and the iPad.
Now they're gonna fucking expect it. And you see what happens? Now they're gonna expect more from me.
I put lots of pay-to-win apps on the iPad so that they could spend all the money.
What is wrong with you? I don't take your credit card, do I?
He's trying to be the cool uncle, okay?
Cool, it's my money. The only thing cool is when I lock him in a fucking walk-in freezer for doing this shit. Get a McFlurry from there, dickhead.
Well, it's not me, so that's fine.
Can we show Miss Vex and Uncle Zolan our iPad game? Have you guys seen it? We made a video game for them.
I saw bits and pieces of it, but I want to see the whole thing.
I can show you. Yeah, sure. They have a video game that they can play. You'll have to open up stream for it, but I can actually I'll screen share it for you.
Okay.
Here, follow me.
I'm looking.
I'll screen share it. Hold on. So they have their own mini game that they can play on stream whenever I need to eat or go to the bathroom or take a break for any reason.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, how they play it is via spam. It's updatable. It'll get more updates in the future, but I'll let chat show it off to you because they fucking love this.
Chat, get a high score. Do it for your auntie.
It's connected to the stream. Their high score is 114 right now. So basically, they get a score based on clearing rooms. So every room they clear is one extra point. And they have to attack different monsters that appear. There's treasure chests that have credited fan art in them. There's a mimic chest for, random encounters. There's a head pat to heal them. And then there's a ghost that does instant damage to them. There's 6 different backgrounds. Each background has 2 different soundtracks. Explore, which is what you're hearing right now. And then battle when you get into a fight.
That's super cute.
There's also going to be, we're having updates to it, so we'll have it more roguelike, so you can upgrade your sword. So every 10 rounds, they have to they get another bar of health. So they have to upgrade their sword to do more damage, or else it'll eventually get to the point where it's like, oh, you have to go through 10 bars of health. There's also, we're updating it to get a defense multiplier for the monsters. We'll add it so the monsters actually fight back. So you have to eventually start to block instead of just attacking.
That's super cool.
More monsters, maybe some health potions, maybe some other random events, maybe more backgrounds, stuff like that. It's updatable, which is why it's cool.
That's really neat. This is super cute.
Made it for the little guys.
I love this.
This took a year to make, just this alone. But it turned out pretty well.
But it really did. Chat, you're doing so well. Look at you.
That being said, they get mad at me when I fucking stop. Like, I'll leave to go to the bathroom, and then I come back, and they're like, go away! They, like, want to keep playing, so they tell me to fuck off, and it's like, what the fuck? You're here for me, jackasses! Give us back our iPad. Oh, shut up. They're ungrateful.
Listen, I was wanting to see them get a high score for me.
They got a high score of 114. I am not letting you make me sit here for 13 hours while they try to get back up there again. Not happening. I am not about to wait that long again for that one.
That's so cool, though.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I also gave them a lore video, which was like personal to me, and I really like that lore video. Chat, watch the lore video. Watch your lore video. You guys have your own lore video.
I love that, though. I saw that. I thought that was really sweet.
I think that's the best lore video I've made in terms of production quality. Just in general, like, you can see if you watch all my lore videos in a row based on like when I uploaded them, you can see the lore videos getting better and better, which is really cool, which is why eventually I want to remake my original lore video, because I actually think it's the worst one that I have. That and the nun video, I think, are the worst because they're just really old.
But like, are you planning on getting like more lore for like different models, outfits?
Oh, every model gets a lore. Every outfit gets their own lore video, just because I like doing lore videos and I like explaining why the outfit is there. But the main canon lore is the first lore video, the blockhead lore video, and then I'm getting a sequel to my lore video soon for the monster model, because that's also canon. So we're kind of working through that. You know, we're working it up.
That's awesome, though. I think you're a lot like me in that way, because like I like to have lore with every kind of like thing that I do,
because it's cool.
Like,
I mean, it may not be like main, you know, it may not be the canon universe, but it's fun to do.
Exactly, right? It's just that little extra, I think, and it's everybody gets hyped for lore. Like, we're all nerds, so it's like, lore, give me the lore.
Yeah. I've had this is my OC lore, right? This is my original lore, because my cards got all fucked up. My character is not something I made for VTubing. It's an original character. It's my OC that I had back when I was an artist. So the fact that I have this is that it's all the lore that was based around the character before I became a VTuber. That's why I keep trying to use it.
I have a question for you. Have you ever played like any kind of World of Darkness game?
No, I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of it before.
It's like you know, like Vampire the Masquerade and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that's in like under the umbrella of World of Darkness. So World of Darkness is like
same universe.
D&D. It's like the World of Darkness is like the big umbrella, and Vampire would be under that umbrella. Then Werewolf, then Mage, then all these supplement books.
Yeah.
So like, there was one supplement book. I was gonna ask you if you ever played Promethean, which is based on like automatons and like Frankenstein monsters and like
that sounds
stuff
fun.
like that.
Because that's my favorite type of thing. I love golems.
Yeah, that's basically what they are. It's like Promethean, the Created. That's what it was called. So, and you could play basically like a D&D modern campaign, but it's like you're living in like modern day Boston, but like there's Prometheans or like werewolves or like things like supernatural things in like a modern setting, right?
I do like
and
that.
It's kind of a neat concept because you're trying to hide basically what you are to like normies and stuff like that, while playing through like obviously a D&D-esque storyline. And
kind of sounds like Percy Jackson.
It's really kind of cool. It's urban fantasy. It's a good way to put it. So it's really fun, and like that's why I was asking if you've ever played Promethean, because like one of the like I remember creating a Promethean character that was like a living doll that this particular like mad scientist character created a living doll for his daughter, and then this doll ended up accidentally killing the child because of her strength and didn't know her own strength, basically. And then she like ran away, and now she was like dressed as like this porcelain doll running around, didn't understand the world at all. And then it was a part of this party of other Prometheans. You know, it's kind of...
I really like that. I mean, I just in general really like, that's like my favorite type of monster story is, do you know Pygmalion, the statue story?
Vaguely.
It's a
I would need a
story
refresher.
about a sculptor who made basically like, as I see it, I mean, I'm kind of vaguely mentioning it here. I don't know the exact one, but I always found it really interesting. Don't look up Pygmalion the play. That one's bad. But the statue story is about a sculptor who basically makes a statue that they fall in love with because it's like it's like what they love. It's their passion project, it's their work. And then like a god made the statue come to life, right? So it's like falling in love with your own work. And I always thought that was an interesting story. And it made me think about like, what is, how do you convince yourself that that is like, that love is true or that statue is a real creature if it's something that you brought to life and made it and sculpted into an image that you already liked. And I always just found it interesting. I really like golem stories in general because the idea of creating something and then it coming to life is just so interesting to me art-wise, because it's like we all have our OCs. Everyone has got their own little OCs if you're an artist, and it's always interesting to see like, oh, this is the story and background I gave to this OC, and this is the character design I gave to this OC, and the idea of it coming to life is like insane. It's always just really interesting.
I think you should definitely check out that book if you can find it. It's a pretty older book now. It's called Promethean the Created, and it's got all the lore about all the different
I'd love to read it, even if I don't like play it.
Yeah, like I have a lot of the source books. Like I have the new Vampire the Masquerade book because I love vampire, obviously, but like I really want to get the Changeling the Lost book because that is all about Fae and like normal people getting stolen by the Fae and getting different types of Fae and all the lore behind the different Fae, and
Faes
then
are
eventually they escape. They eventually escape their Fae masters, whatever they are, and then they come back through like I think it's called like the hedge or something like that, and they come back into the real world and they're like, fuck, I'm this Fae creature. I don't know what the fuck to do now. I don't have a master anymore. Like I don't know what the hell's going on. I used to be normal, and now I endured all this shit in the Fae world, and now I'm back here again.
Narnia?
And that's kind of where change. Yeah, it's like Changeling. It's called Changing the Lost, and I want to get that source book again because like, it's really really interesting. I like reading stuff like that, even if I don't play it. It's just having that book, and like being able to play it. If I found a bunch of people that wanted to like do that type of thing, even like for a stream and play like a one shot or something like that. It could be kind of fun.
I think that's cool. I mean, that's why I like buying art books, even if I don't know the game, as well as I like cookbooks. Like, there are themed cookbooks out there that have their own lore in them, and I always think that's super fucking cool. But, Vex, we are at 4 hours. Normally, wow, dude, chat, we've had so many guests on that have gone on longer than 3 hours. For like 3 months in a row, Vex, all of my guests would be like at the 3 hour mark, they'd be like, all right, I'm gone, I'm leaving, see you later, I don't have this. And then the last 4 guests that we've had, they've all stayed on for longer than 3 hours. It's like, it's been so long since we had the Yap Masters on. Most people fucking leave immediately. This is great. I appreciate it.
I'm a fucking yapper, you know this.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's fantastic.
I could talk about D&D, role playing, like character design. Like I could talk about all these things for hours, and it'd be like people would be like, "Oh my god, Vex, can we just like talk about something else?" I'd be like, "No,
fucking
absolutely
yapping,
not."
just yapping. Damn.
Doesn't know when to shut the fuck up. I swear to God.
No, it's fucking cool. I appreciate that a lot, actually. I really like yapping too, and it always makes me happy to be able to like just fucking nonstop talk over nothing.
That's what Zolan calls me, the yapper in chief. Like he'll DM me if I if I have to do something. Like if I have planned a stream, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna yap for like an hour
just
or whatever, and then I'm gonna
blabbing, bro, blabbing.
Yeah. He'll fucking DM me and he'll be like, yapper in chief. Yo, there's a fucking queue. Yo, you're supposed to play a game today. What are you doing? There's like, you've been yapping for like 2.5 hours. What the hell? Like, there was a game plan today and you're shattering it because you don't want to shut the fuck up.
I love when streamers do. I've been doing that too recently. I'm trying to like force myself, because I have a weird compulsion with streams and schedules where it's like 1 hour just chatting, immediately start the game. Do not do more than 1 game per stream. But I've been like training myself to not give a shit as much anymore. the last 2 streams I've been I was yapping for like 100, maybe an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours lately, and I've been having a lot more fun doing it because I just like talking to chat, like going at my own pace. I'm not gonna immediately start the game. I'm gonna talk to chat for a bit. I've been enjoying it. It's a lot of fun.
I like it. Like for me, I like to talk to people. I think that everybody's got stories, and I want to know their stories. I want to know about you. I want to know how your day was. I want to know what's going on with you guys. Like, I just want to, like, when we hit a topic and we hit a stride, we're going, and we're going full tilt, and we may talk for like a half an hour, or we may talk for 3 hours.
You're
like,
literally Cotton's tweet where she's like, I love TMI people. I love when people are giving me too much information.
It's like, let me just talk about it, because I don't know, man. I just think people are interesting.
Humans are interesting to observe.
I mean, that's the psychology of me talking.
Psychopath. Oh, yeah, I mean, if you want to say it like a psychologist, not a psychopath. My bad.
Yeah. It's like, tell me more about your childhood.
I want to know everything that makes you tick.
Let me silently judge you for all the things you say and all the things you don't say.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying to get over my compulsions with that kind of thing, and I've been enjoying just yapping, and it's one of those things that kind of makes me open up a little bit more. But yeah, no, I'm not going to hold you here for too long. We're at 4 hours. I'm going to eat my food, and then I'm going to actually swap over to Monster Hunter too.
No, that's fine. I mean, I got food here too, so I should probably go
let you eat your fucking chicken nuggets and your cremated McFlurry.
I will. I'll do it with a fucking smile.
Did he actually bring you chicken nuggets?
He did. He brought me fucking chicken nuggets.
Were they dino nuggets or are they just chicken nuggets?
They're just fucking McDonald's chicken nuggets. He went to McDonald's.
Bags, thank you so much for coming on. Zolan, thank you for being a guest star. I appreciate you guys coming in.
No, thank you so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
I'm so thankful that you guys came by again, and I'm excited for your 2.0 model.
Listen, I am so stoked for this model. It can do a whole lot of shit that this model can't. And then there's the animated there's an anime on Monday. Like, you're gonna see like
to see the studio that you got for it, man.
Like, it's so good. Like, the animation is so crisp. I posted some scenes of it on Twitter, like just stills of it. So like,
to look it up.
Yeah, if you scroll back a couple tweets, you'll probably find it. But like, there's just stills of that. It's 15 minutes. That's crazy. It's like a whole animated episode. If you added like commercials, it would be an anime episode. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I did see this. I liked it. That's so cool. I thought they were just like recreation. I didn't realize that was actually. That's so fucking sick.
I'm really excited for it. And that's at like 12:30 on Monday.
This Monday?
Like, yeah, it's this Monday.
Why
this
did
is the
I have
last
you on
time.
today? I should have had you on next week. What the fuck? Hello?
You asked. You gave me dates.
I thought you know, I mean, normally people are like, well, I'm getting a new model if you want to do it next week.
Well, the thing is, I'm leaving for Puerto Rico like very soon after.
Fuck you, coefficient. So what the fuck?
Yeah, how dare you get married? Fuck you. Like,
move your date, asshole. Come on.
So it was like you wouldn't get me on until like potentially May.
Fine.
That just means I have to come back and yap again.
That's true. I just need to fucking kidnap you again.
That's true.
I just need to leave corporate again and have you track me down.
No, but it's been fun. Thank you so much, Joel.
Yeah,
and
thank you so much.
Chat.
Chat, everyone say thank you to Auntie Vex. Thank you for coming by. We loved having you on. And I hope to have you on again soon sometime. Or at least, I know we're playing a game soon on Tuesday, which my mom actually tried to schedule me a DMV appointment without me knowing. So probably going to skip going to the DMV and instead hang out because you made such a banger group of people to play the game with.
Honestly, I'm really excited to play with everybody.
Repo on Tuesday on Vex's stream. I'll ping you guys, chat. I won't be streaming it, obviously, because it's Tuesdays.
That's fine. Just come and hang out and have fun. Stay however long you want.
I will. It'll be lots of fun. But yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go eat my pizza.
You guys.
Vex, thank you for coming on. Chat, please go check out Vexoria. Vexoria is having a big debut on Monday with the 2.0 model. If you want to go see what she looks like, Well, I'm excited. I haven't seen it personally, but I'm excited no matter what. I want to see what the new art style is. You changed artists or the same artist?
Nope, it's a new artist.
Oh my God. I'm excited to see. I love seeing new art styles.
Well, thank you. And I guess I'll talk to you. I guess if you come on Monday, great. But if you're sleeping, that's okay too. But I will definitely see you Tuesday.
I will stay awake instead of going to bed. That way I'll be able to see it.
Okay, Joel. I'll see you later.
See ya. Bye, Vex.
Bye.
Do you like want to slither out or like?
I'll just.
Are you gonna walk
slither
out with
this
feet?
way.
Okay, you're slithering.
So they.
Yeah, stay true to character. Bye,
Bye.
Vex. Phew. Thankfully, chat, I think she forgot about the whole bringing me back to work thing. Thank fucking God. Holy shit. That entire 4 hours was literally just me trying to distract her so she forgot that I didn't go to work and I've still been using my paid time off. Thank fucking God. Oh my God. I was worried that I would have to get a real job. Whew. Anyways, thank you, Vex, for coming onto the stream. Happy to have you here. Chat, if you guys want to go check out Vexoria, the Sun Eater, go give her some love and check her out on Vexoria, the Sun Eater on all of her socials. She's having a big debut on Monday. And if you're watching this via YouTube, this is probably like a year later because, my God, we get to uploading these videos way later than we should be. But if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time. Check out Vexoria. And if you want to check out all the other videos that we have on the channel, you can check out right here another Porcelain Parlor or some of the other videos down here. We also have all my lore videos and my channel right here where you can subscribe. Make sure to go check out Vexoria, the Sun Eater as well. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you had a good time, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Yippee! I don't have to work a real job. Yay!